Right.
One sec. Does anyone have the
No, you don't. No, no.
I think we had a pause between 2 sessions, and then it's coming back now. It's great.
It's like, oh my god, you stabbed me in the heart. Like I was so happy. You know, every session you don't mention Bardley Link, I'll let you level up. Oh no, we're still on level
so far,
2.
That's probably been about right.
Yeah, we've been on level. Oh, we're still on level 2. All right, okay. How's everyone doing? Welcome back. So the last week's stream cut out 30 minutes before the end, so that was kind of annoying. So for people watching in the future, the last 30 minutes was quite not even that relevant. It was just Matt randomly legend loring things.
Hey, Gideon, not Matt.
It was Gideon randomly. Yeah. You were playing. It's what Gideon would have done. And,
Definitely not what I would have done.
Yeah, and Gideon tried to legend lore or not legend lore. Talk to contact other planes or something. I don't know what you're doing.
Contact other planes.
Contact other planes. You were trying to talk to Eret Sar, and you went mad. And then everyone sort of found you on the toilet, just gibbering basically the next morning. And then the king was like, "Hey, fuck off! Like, don't hold us up anymore." Basically, but other than that, there wasn't that much really that happened in that last 30 minutes. So, right. So last we left off, then we can get into the actual game now. The Clive Five have made their way down into the Free Cities. With the army of VL making their way to Borrathan to lift the siege that the Dancing Coast had put on it. This comes after Gothric had managed to take over the Orc tribes of the Dazkan and the Grey Mountain tribes in general, and kick the Commonwealth out of the Grey Mountains. So the Commonwealth, after taking Mayo Valence, the Crown Prince of the Commonwealth, hostage, the Commonwealth have managed to make an armistice temporarily with Tarsat. Just so Tarsat goes off and deals with the Dancing Coast, and then the Crown Prince will be handed over, and then a peace treaty will be formally ratified between the two countries afterwards. So you've made your way for the last 8 days on the road as part of this caravan of troops, this sort of 10,000, 15,000 troops perhaps. Is there anything you had thoughts about doing on the road before you get to Borrathan? I know we said that if any of you wanted to do anything at that time, you could message me. No one did message me, so I just assumed there was nothing else anyone wanted to do. But if there is, then feel free to speak up now.
No, just chat.
No, I had nothing to...
Hang out with the troops. Make some friends.
Cool, okay. Any particular way you're
Nah, just, over dinner, that kind of thing.
Right, okay.
Taking some to dinner for a day or something.
No.
Yeah, any prospective spouses?
Maybe see if there's any female orcs for potential wedding.
Yeah, not really. This is a human army.
Yeah.
So
I know, that's what I thought.
This little one that's just got full armor on and could be. You never know.
Yeah, I didn't expect to, but just keeping her eye out.
Yeah, just put a wig on Gothric. You're fine. Yeah.
No, but they're to marry Gothrics, so it wouldn't work.
Oh, to marry? Oh, I thought you meant to marry you.
No.
I like the idea that somewhere in that crowd there was just one lone female orc, full clad in armor, just like, shit, I don't know how I ended up here. It was a crazy night of drinking. I hope they don't realise.
Killed a child.
Or
I've never held a spear before.
Or alternatively, she came into the army looking for an orc to wed, and never actually ran into Gothric.
Hello.
It's so sad. I mean, Gothric did just murder a child, so. Well, he thinks he may have murdered a child by accident, or a sword may have done it. Oh yeah, as for the sword,
I don't know.
Yeah, as for the sword, that disappeared as well.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what would you like to do then?
I'll just carry on the journey, ain't we?
Nice. Is Aaron where's Aaron gone?
Aaron and Alira are still in South Haven. because even though the city is no longer under siege from the Commonwealth, there was a lot of damage, and there is a lot of unrest in the city at the moment, which they're dealing with. And the king says at some point that they will meet up with the army on the road between Borrathan and Port Doron, so they're not here just yet. Okay then. The army makes its way then out of the borders of Tarsat across the mountains that sort of line the southwestern border, until you come across the familiar river and the familiar sights around the city of Borrathan, except on the other side of the city, as you come across the hills and look down upon the city itself as the river flows into it, you see a camp on the other side of the city, with fires burning, colourful tents. There seems to be about 8,000 or 9,000 people just sort of making siege around the camp. And they've actually erected a wooden wall around the walls of Borrathan, and have sort of like camped within it to sort of like have this sort of triple defense line. But as the army gets closer, it begins to slow down. The king orders it to slow down and tries to get the scouts basically to have a bit more of an understanding. But as you make a couple more days towards the city, you begin to see that actually they just begin packing up and going.
Oh.
So the king comes to you, as you're just outside the gates of Borrathan, and says, "Well, that could have been worse. We could have had a bit of a fight. At least they're probably saving all their manpower for the siege of Port Doron."
Yeah.
Seems anyone that we don't fight here, we fight in Port Doron potentially.
That is true. And it's always going to be tricky for taking the city of Port Doron. It is not a walled city, but there will be a lot of street fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I have ordered my generals to see if we can try and catch up with the retreating army, but by the time we restock our supplies in Borrathan for the final push, I think they'll probably be out of our immediate attack range.
Okay.
So the army comes to camp just outside the city walls of Borrathan. You're sort of... Obviously, some of you are tentative about the city after the stuff that's happened before. You don't have to go into the city if you don't want to, but you can if you'd like.
I might maybe go and see if the has returned, but I'm not really expecting much because I know it said they might be like 100 years or they might be like 2 months. So
yeah, you'd have to go into the city really to discover that. But also, as the army begins to make camp and the king is stood outside the city walls, the gates do open, and even though you're on the side, you're not next to the king at this point. You do see Lord Blackfire for the first time riding this like massive black sort of steed, like a sort of just a slightly skinnier Shire horse, basically, with just like this horse armor on that just is black and is almost matte black. It sort of seems to absorb a lot of the light that goes near it. This is absolutely huge, and it just makes him, and he's quite a large man. It even makes him look small, sat on top, also in this sort of black matte black armor. But his armor also has a sort of a gold strip just on one arm. That sort of signifies him as someone powerful. And also there's a horse behind him, a slightly smaller horse, ridden by Basil.
asshole.
He doesn't seem to notice you as he rushes up.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, by his father's side to meet the king, and the king sort of nods, and they dismount and bow to him, and they say, "My liege, as you can see, the army has made its way back south. It was very good to have them scared off by you." And the king says, "Yes, well, you could have probably fought them yourself. I'm not sure why you let the siege go on too long." And they said, "Well, we thought that you might have got here quicker." And then the king sort of just like looks at them and just says, "Very well. I suppose you still have supplies for my army." And they nod and say, "Yes, we've got supplies for at least everyone here." And then Basil just sees you, Morna, just in the side, and he sort of just slyly smiles at you and waves.
I'm gonna smile and wave back.
And then, like the king and Lord Blackfire talk amongst themselves, and then they come to some understanding. He gets on the horse and goes back in the city, and so does Basil alongside him. And the king turns around and he says, "Pompous assholes. We have to deal with the Southerners. At least we don't have to deal with the Southerners as much as we deal with the Dancing Coast." Right. As for you lot, obviously you can do what you like, but we'll be heading off in 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's good to have some shore leave whilst we're in the city of Borrathan for the army.
Okay.
Also to prepare our final attack on the Dancing Coast.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Right, okay, so he goes into his tent, and the army begins to, slowly go into the city, soldiers spending money where soldiers tend to spend money. What would you like to do for the next couple of days?
Do we have like a tent in the outside area?
Yeah, there's a tent for you all that is set up for you by troops whenever the army comes to camp.
Okay.
But you also have your carriage as well, which is where you normally stay.
Mm-hmm.
But the tent is more like for food, for cooking, that sort of thing.
I
Guys.
wonder if he'll be lending that clockwork army that he was working on.
Oh yeah. When you ask him.
How do you think that would? So, if the king doesn't know about that, how do you think that would go? That's not
I assume
sarcastic.
rather
I
poorly.
genuinely don't know.
I assume rather poorly.
For us?
Well, for whoever. Wait, there's a clockwork army.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah. So Lord Blackfire's working, well, or at least was working on a massive clockwork army
Well,
that was kept underneath the city, I think. Ran into a few of them.
But why?
well maybe so when the army from VL and Tarsak come, they come down, not and Tarsak, they come down to Borrathan, and we all go to sleep. They spring out of the ground and come out and kill us. Yeah, that is probably something we should have told them.
If I remember right, it was Wilhelm Cranty's workshop, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we could inquire.
Okay, yeah, let's go there. If we wanted to, we could always. Oh no, she's probably been back. But it was Meritha Cure's house, which had all that sick stuff underneath it. Just saying. But it is quite a dangerous place. So, she's probably been back and taken everything, though. So I don't think it's worth it.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. Whereas we might be able to use legend lore on it or something. We might be able to get a better idea of who she is as a person.
Yeah, although I expect she had more than one house, doesn't she? Because she also had that small house in Pessa.
It was more like a hut, wasn't it? Out in the woods.
The witch's hut.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even if we found like the smallest of thing that she might have traveled with, we might get a better, clear idea of what her Pietro Master Amon are up to.
Okay, well we could have a snoop around if you like. There's also Father Bound. We could go and say hi.
What kind of name is Father Bound?
Hey.
We could ask him how the revolution went.
Yeah, that revolution that we didn't try to start in the end, we just ran away.
There's a revolution and a man named Father Bound.
Hey, look at
Well,
away.
Given that the king talked to Lord Blackfire when we arrived, I'm guessing the revolution probably didn't go so well.
Who the fuck is Father Bound?
Oh, well, you can go meet him.
Yeah, you can meet him. Hopefully,
He sounds like an
hopefully still
interesting
alive.
fella.
I'm pretty sure Morna's the only person who actually ever met him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
No, the others saw him protesting, surely, outside the gate.
No, I'm pretty sure that was you only.
that was just you.
And you met with him 3 times alone, and I was like, I had so much stuff planned, and then you were like,
We're just gonna get the fuck out of here.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Hey, Roxanne, have you been here before?
Once or twice. Little
Any-
bits.
Any
Jobs
good
here and
places?
There was this one pub. I've forgotten the name of that you've been here before, right? You might have been to it. What was-
Mayhelm?
It wasn't the Oak Bull.
The
was it?
Mayhelm, that's it. We should go there.
Oh,
Oh wait.
I don't know if I
Wait.
want to go to the Mayhelm.
Why?
Why? What's so bad about
Did-
the Mayhelm?
We had a friend, and he was murdered in the Mayhelm.
Oh, that one.
Did we pay our tab?
Ooh.
It's really such a good idea to going back into Borrathan, seeing as you've made so many delightful friends there.
Hey,
Will
don't
they
get...
recognize you though?
Probably.
I mean, who can forget Scrimshaw? I mean, look at him. He stands out quite a bit.
Well, to be fair, he did have a hood on the whole time.
Ah, fair enough.
I could change that up.
Why don't you put on disguises and then we can go have a look? It is a nice drinking place, to be fair. They have a lovely
I'd rather not be drinking anytime soon.
Okay, I'll make myself look like a human then. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to use my mask many faces and make myself look exactly like Morna.
No.
No!
How's that?
But with Scrimshaw's voice.
How's that?
Well, what have you done, Scrimshaw? This is really weird.
It's human.
You know how I said to be inconspicuous and use a disguise? You disguising yourself exactly like her will draw more attention than you being yourself.
We could be twins, but maybe try being Gideon. He's a human too.
Oh, he's too short.
Hey,
I can't do
that's
that.
such a mean.
I could be a tall Gideon. I could be your older brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looks exactly like Gideon, but like a foot,
I'm
a foot
going to-
taller.
This
I'm
is
going
weird.
to cast disguise self again and turn into a taller version of Bridget.
Okay. So Gideon wearing a wig and a dress.
A girl version of Gideon,
Okay.
but like 5'8".
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. You look very dashing, very pretty.
This is really weird for me. I'm feeling
Oh no!
This disguise worked for you before. I see no problem with it working for me.
yeah, sure. You can. This is. I don't really know what to say, Scrimshaw,
This
to be
is
honest.
fine. I see no problem with this.
Okay, then let's go.
Can we just go get... Yeah, can we go get a drink now?
Sure. Last time I was here, I only ever went out in an elf disguise as well, so I guess I just won't put that on. Not just be
Is
human.
it just Morna with like bigger ears?
And I have elf clothes. I have my fancy elf clothes that I keep in my bag.
All right. So you're going to the city, are you?
Yes, and can we look to see if we can find the oak bull?
Okay. So you go into the city of Borrathan, making your way into the Canal District, as you have, as a few of you have been before. Actually, who was part of that original team? Gideon, Mono, and Scrimshaw, right? So,
Yeah.
as for Rainleaf and Roxon, you've been here maybe a couple of times. Maybe you know your way around. And Gothric, I assume you've never been here.
Oh no.
Okay, so you make your way down the Canal District, the poorest areas. You notice that there seems to be a little bit of disease, people out on the streets coughing. They have just been part of a siege, and of course, you probably can assume most of the food was rerouted towards the inner districts, where the wealthier lived. So there seems to be quite a few carts just with bodies just like piled on top of each other around here.
Oh.
And
Nice.
you watch as one of those carts is picked up by someone who attaches it to a donkey and whips the donkey down the road, and then tips the cart over into the river, into the canal, and just all these bodies just splosh into the canal.
That looks really healthy. That's marvelous. That's so clever and smart.
Yeah, I just see a problem
Whatever
with it.
changes.
Okay, so
There's
you
a good current.
continue down the Canal District until you come across the familiar Mayhelm that you have known so many times. The sort of little courtyard outside the Mayhelm where there's like a small well and a couple of people who are selling just things from their house, like little antiques, clearly trying to raise some money. They sort of like heckle at you. Let's say, "Are you soldiers from the army?"
No.
Please, please, please do. If you have any money, this is the finest of the antiques from the Canal District you could find. See, there's a brass candelabra that you might want. There is half
Greenleaf,
a
you
rug.
might be interested in this candelabra.
It's
Oh yes,
yeah.
let me gather my thoughts, and not look at my sheet.
Your shit.
Just is this a spell component type thing that Rainleaf wanted, or is
No.
it just nice?
It's just trash. It's not even nice.
It's not.
Oh,
Yeah, because
okay.
isn't Rainleaf's like a nice candelabra?
Yeah,
whereas this is,
Rainleaf
like,
already has a
probably
nice
pretty
one.
nasty.
I mean, you're like looking at it, and you're pretty sure it's fashioned from wood, just painted to look like metal.
Rainleaf's just gonna turn out her pockets and just sorry.
What about this
'Cause she
half
has nothing
a
in her
rug that I
golf.
found on the street?
Sorry, we got one.
Is
of
it a carpenter flying?
it's half a carpenter flying.
We hand over 5 gold
It
and just say,
was.
keep your things.
Oh, thank
It'll
you.
be fine.
Thank you, Master Orc. You fed my family for at least a month with that. Thank you. And then he just sort of scurries off and just leaves that pile of trash just in the street.
What a lovely gentleman.
Okay, so you make your way into the Mayhelm, I assume.
Oh no, we were looking for the oak bull.
Oh right. Well, going down an alley and just sort of wishing for it as you did in the past. Nothing seems to be appearing.
Yeah, I was expecting that. Okay, well, we tried. I don't want to go to the Mayhelm, Roxanne. Please, don't take me there. There's enough trauma. And we didn't pay our bill. We just left.
Well, maybe we should.
Maybe you should pay your bill.
Or maybe we shouldn't.
Or maybe
it'd be
you
good
should
for you.
confront your trauma.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it'd be good for you.
Well, why would confronting trauma ever be a good thing?
We definitely
get
need to
over
tell.
it.
Oh, Roxanne, maybe you could do this. We definitely need to tell the king that Lord Blackfire was building a clockwork army last time we were here, right?
A what? Hang
Yeah.
on a
Oh,
minute.
So he does. So yeah. So he doesn't know about that, right? Then yeah.
I don't know about that at all.
Oh no.
You should probably go and
Oh,
tell him.
no.
Yeah, that's probably a really good idea, actually.
What?
Oh.
Why would I know that?
I mean, what evidence do we have, though? I mean, if the king goes up to Lord Blackfire and says, "Where's your clockwork army?" he's going to go, "What army?" And that's...
Mm.
I mean,
Should we
clockwork
find evidence of
army.
this clockwork army before we go and deliver it to the king?
Oh, what was the guy's name? The house.
Do we- do we still
Wilhelm
have-
Crandy.
Do we still have any of the notes?
Well, we got a bunch of receipts and notes from
I think-
from the workshop, but I don't know if we kept them.
I don't think you kept them.
Well, they did have a.
I
was
think
it a
actually,
tile
I think
stone
I
or
think I
something?
think all that was actually in the Oak Bull. All that evidence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in
Right,
any case,
gone.
it was Ritok and Vondel who went to go to that workshop, so I don't know if we actually know where it is.
Well, they did have a. Did they get a bit of tile stone, which they gave to Scrimshaw or something?
They found a tile stone in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and Scrimshaw took it, and now Scrimshaw has it. So maybe that could be.
I mean, it's just a normal tile stone.
Uh.
Like they're all pretty similar. Like it wouldn't.
Would it be worth raiding the workshop for evidence before we deliver it?
How long ago was it since we've been here?
It's been about 120 days, I think.
Okay, so
So 4
almost-
months.
Actually, let's have a
4
look.
months.
30. It's more like 140 days.
So just under 5 months. Ish.
Yeah, let's go to the workshop.
Do we know where it is?
No, you don't. He's only talking
Because it was Vondel and Ritok who did it.
Oh, joy.
Can't
has a
really go to the
clockwork
king
man
if
in
he's
it.
got an army. And not
Well,
have
just
any
when you
evidence.
say that you think he's got an army, Father Bound might remember. I know he
Should we
won't.
go find Father Bound?
He won't remember. I think it was around here somewhere, right?
It was. You knew it was in the north
It
of the
was
Canal District.
there, wasn't it?
It was around the north of the Canal District, but
I seem to remember it being here.
well, there was other things over there. That's Ratford, and that's where you went into the mines and found the Elder Box up there as well.
We could go and have a look up there.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I think wherever the workshop was. If anyone remembers.
Can we talk with Dead to Vondel?
You kind of need him there.
He's
Oh!
dead.
Get his body, just dig it up from them. No.
Don't know where it is.
Oh. I'm also pretty sure Speak with Dead requires like vocal cords and things,
Yeah.
like a way to speak.
It's only been 120 days.
Okay, so let's just go and
140
see if we
days.
can find the workshop.
Okay, so who's leading this investigation to try and discover where it is?
Just nudging the wizard towards the front.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's the guy. I pride myself on my investigation skills, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can ask around.
I'd
if
say
that's what you want.
make a flat investigation check because someone else will be helping you, but you'd have disadvantage because you never actually went there. And the only thing you know is Wilhelm Grundy, and it's in the north of the Canal District. So make an investigation check, just a flat one.
How did Vondel and Ritok find it?
They asked around. No, you had the. Remember, you talked to the son of Wilhelm Grundy, who tried to steal from you, and Morna chased him down.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he gave you directions, but obviously that was 140 days ago, and no one remembers those directions.
Okay.
So 17. It takes you the best part of like 3 or 4 hours just going around Canal District asking people. Most people just tell you to fuck off, basically, because you are obnoxiously asking people when they're suffering horrendously. Like, oh, by the way, like, I know you've got the plague, but do you know a person called Wilhelm Grundy, and do you know where his workshop might be? And they're like,
You got like 5 children dead on the floor. In front of them.
It's just like, as you're speaking
Right.
to them, the cart is being piled up more and more.
Like, hey, I'll give you a gold if you help us find it.
Yeah, I would say that is probably what ends up happening. So if somebody wants to pay gold.
I'll
pay
pay.
gold.
Okay.
Okay, and they nudge you towards the north of the Canal District, just by the canal. A sort of medium-sized warehouse slash place, like maybe could look like a shop from the outside. Its windows have been boarded up, and the door is locked, and it doesn't seem to be many people going around here. But this is the person who directed you there said. Oh yeah, I remember Wilhelm. Whatever happened to him? His shop closed down. You know.
Huh.
So yeah, as you're standing outside this warehouse slash shop that has been boarded up, what would you like to do?
Can I do an
Can I just
investigation
kick it
check
down?
to see if there's like I don't know, a way in that doesn't involve kicking it down?
Sure.
So like the whole kind of I assume
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
by the river or something. So like just like walking around it. and having
Yeah,
a-
that's okay. Yeah, make an investigation check for me. Okay, so walking around, you kind of for the stream that's a 16. I have to say this because the actual the thing on the on my stream, because I'm only using one monitor, I can't collect the role information today. So, all right, so yeah, looking around, the back window has been boarded up, but it's a bit loose, and you feel like you could probably pry it open and climb in the back window.
Hey guys, you seen this? Can I try and wiggle it a bit?
How big is this window?
Can I help?
Yeah, it's pretty loose. It's made of sort of not plywood, but very thin planks of wood. That
And how big is the window?
like a sort of normal window size, 3 foot by 3 foot, something like that.
I don't think I'm fitting in it.
I mean, sure, you could just go.
Not 3 foot wide.
Just dive.
He's pretty big.
He's not
7
3
foot
foot.
tall.
Yeah, he's not 3 foot wide.
I think it's still going to be a
It's just a
struggle to get it.
wall.
Like his shoulders are like fucking. Oh my god, he's built like a Ken doll.
Hulk.
Yeah. I could say you could definitely fit through a 3 foot by 3 foot window.
Right, let's
I
all
wanted to
clamber
kick the
through.
door.
You
That's
can
really what it
you
was.
can still kick the door in if you
No,
want.
guys, I can't fit through.
Oh no, I'm going to have to kick the door down. What a shame.
I'm going to have to make a display of strength. Oh no.
It's what Vondel did before, I just want to keep it, you know.
Oh, that's why.
Um,
Wasn't that because he
Kick
couldn't
the-
reach the window?
I think he just kicked it in because it was him and Ritok, and they were like, let's just kick the door.
Yeah,
We're not even
sounds
gonna
on
try.
brand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin crawling through the window. I assume. Are you kicking the door down?
No, I'll go in the window.
So you begin climbing through the window, and the first thing you notice is that you're coming into what seems to be a sort of kitchen area. However, everything has been cleared out, and all the dust has settled for a long time. And you begin to climb onto like the main kitchen counter, and then down onto the floor. The floorboard's creaking as you stand there. Looking around, absolutely everything seems to be cleared out, but obviously there's a door that leads into the main room, and then there's also the main sort of warehouse bit that is further in the building. But as far as you can immediately see, there doesn't seem to be anything in this room.
I'm gonna head over to the. I'm gonna take point on my way to the warehouse.
Okay.
Not warehouse, the workshop.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So you go into this sort of hallway that comes out of the kitchen, and then goes down maybe 15 feet, and then opens up into this sort of workshop area. Everything has again been cleared out, and all that seems to be left is this sort of hook that's coming down from the ceiling. That clearly at some point something was once weighted down on this hook in the center of the room. It was like something was hanging on there, but now it's just a hook and an empty room. Like clearly there was some science apparatus around, and then there's like a one cog on the floor you also find, but you don't really find much.
Can I try and yank down on the hook, see if like it's actually connected like a mechanism or whatever?
Yeah, it's not connected to a mechanism. It's just attached to the ceiling, and yeah, yanking on the hook doesn't really do anything. It is very strong though, the hook.
Can I? What's the floor like?
It's floorboards.
Like wooden kind of beams.
Not well. They're just. There's floorboards on the ground. It's quite creaky as you walk around. It wouldn't be too much of a jump to assume there was like a basement or something. Although you can't quite. You don't know. You haven't found any doors that lead to a basement.
You don't think it's like a hidden entrance somewhere?
Well, I was just wondering if there's something below here. Gideon uses his. He brings out his dancing lights, and I assume the room's quite dark, right? So it kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so like boarded up windows. And
yeah,
whatever.
like there's small streams of light coming in, and they're sort of catching on the dust as it lingers in the air as you're like walking around. As the floorboards sort of spring back up, like dust shoots into the air and just hangs there as lights sort of stream through it. But you can see your way around. It's dim light, but you can cast dancing lights, of course.
Yeah, I'd like to do that and see if I can kind of like. I don't know if there's like in floorboards you sometimes get like it's not like just like one single floor. There's like gaps and stuff. I don't know if I don't know what the rules are, but I don't know if I can get one underneath it.
Are there any floorboards
yeah,
that look newer than the other floorboards?
Make a perception check. As for you, Gideon, yeah, you can send them through the floorboards. It's no problem.
Okay.
Doesn't quite from here seem to be lighting anything up beneath the floorboards. There seems to be like a sort of small gap between the floorboards, and maybe it's like a crawl space or something underneath you. And Joanne, in this room, you can't see the floorboards seem mostly the same. However, the ones directly under the hook seem to be not slightly newer, but made of a different wood. Like if the floorboards are usually made of oak, these ones are made of ash, perhaps.
Those ones are slightly newer.
They're not. No, I didn't say they were newer. They're just different wood.
Oh yeah, sorry. Those ones look different. Maybe we should pull them up.
Or we could just cut through them with like an axe or something, which Roxon seems to have.
Okay.
He seems to have quite a big axe.
I just feel like
I
maybe
do have a big axe.
Try and not leave a massive amount of evidence that we've been here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Lots
and
of
also
people
like
have big axes.
okay.
Better than anyone.
Yeah. I don't think it's the best idea. Maybe you could just play your strength of pulling the floorboards up instead of him with the
Gonna
Yeah,
choppy, choppy.
to be fair, I'm not sure he could do it.
Yeah, I think it's probably
Right, no,
harder
get out
to
of the
pull
way.
them up.
I'm pulling them up. Robot.
Bridget, to you.
God.
Hey, I think it suits you, Scrimshaw.
I guess I'm pulling the floorboards up.
Okay, make an athletics check. Okay,
Oh.
that's fine. You begin to like tug on the floorboards, and you notice that as you're grabbing them, it has these floorboards, because they're made of ash. They have a lot of give, and they seem to bend quite a lot before, like you manage to tear them up, and as the nails like are torn up. But your muscles, like as they rippled, and dust begins to just shoot up from the floor, and just like just sort of shower you all, and you coughing, sputtering back, and you see there's this sort of large tunnel that goes maybe 80 or 100 feet down. Right.
What was that about not leaving evidence?
Wow,
I
Roxanne, you're so
turned Scrimshaw,
strong.
told you I can rip it up. Easy.
You really proved me wrong. I got
Yeah.
egg on my face.
The strongest person.
No, you got a human face on
And
your
there's
face.
dust on your face, not egg.
A human,
Did you say-
human face on your face.
Did
Got
you
human
say
on my face.
80?
I'll be in your
Put
face in a
down.
minute.
Oh,
It's 80 or
Oh,
between
same
80 or
here.
100 foot down. Yeah.
Can I run down it?
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, is it on a slant or is it just a straight down drop?
It looks like a mine shaft.
Can I see
Oh.
the bottom?
Sorry.
Can I see the bottom?
Currently not, because there's loads of dust in your face. But you can sort of see through, like, stuff. How far can you see?
120 feet.
Okay, so at the bottom there is a very faintly glowing blue sort of shimmer, and a what seems like a sort of black, like maybe obsidian or granite circle at the bottom.
Guys,
Don't
there's a
get-
bit of a there's like a shimmering black obsidian circle. type thing
So
at the
there's this
bottom.
shimmering, it's shimmering very faintly
like a-
blue.
Blue shimmer around it.
That sounds
sure
like
what that
magic.
is.
I don't like the fact that this sounds like magic.
Yeah, this sounds great. I think we should go down.
I think that's a terrible idea considering he was making a clockwork army.
Come on, guys.
I mean, I can always go down, but I'm worried about getting back up again.
Don't we have like a flying carpet?
We have quite a few things. I can use my Bigby's hand to help us out, and we got a flying carpet as well.
Okay, well, Gideon, you could go down on the Bigby's hand, and I could just run down, and we could maybe go down, and then is there any way and
Be,
let you guys know what's
I
up?
mean, if you guys are going down, I'd like to go down on like the carpet or something.
Might be worth just sending Morna for now,
Mm.
and if we maybe have her investigate and then pull her back up, maybe tie a rope around her.
It's
Like-
just usually magic circles. They're used for like teleportation and summoning, right?
Yeah.
I don't
That
like
is
the
a
fact.
use.
What if she's like trapped down there with like several monsters?
I can just run back up. It's fine. It's not that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about we tie a rope just in case?
Okay, fine.
Does
could
anyone
shadow step
have
as well.
a 100-foot long rope?
Probably
Yep.
have two 50-foot ropes.
Yeah, you can tie them together.
Cool.
Yeah,
Hell
do
yeah.
that.
I have a hempen
We can
rope.
attach that to the hook as well,
Oh,
which seems pretty connected.
Yeah. I feel like
Bungee jump.
maybe there's something down here that needed feeding, and they used the hook to lower people down.
Oh, that's a. You're
that's
really
fun,
making
actually.
me feel better about going down there. That
I-
sounds like a great
Let's,
idea.
let's take a look at this hook. Does it have like a spool?
No, it just seems to be a
With it on
hook.
my
You
lower.
could connect like a like a sort of cog or something that you could raise and lower things to. The hook just seems to be like an all-round hook that you can attach things to if you wanted.
Oh,
Can
right,
I
so it's
touch
just
the
like a
hook I
hook on the
picked up earlier
ceiling.
and
It's
put
not
it
like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
chain and a
yeah.
hook.
No, it's a small chain, maybe a foot long, and then a hook on the end.
Okay. In my head, it was like a chain like hanging down quite low.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
maybe
You could just like
Roxanne
sort of
should
attach
hold
something to
me
it.
because he's strong and the ceiling is like rotting. Because he's so strong, right, Roxanne?
I am
Yeah, I know.
strong, man.
Nice. Well, if there's like some kind of demon down there. Ugh.
I'm just going down to take a look. Gideon, could you put your lights down there maybe before I go down?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'll push the lights down the tunnel shaft.
Okay. So your lights begin as this is also as the dust is beginning to settle. So now all of you can make out this faint shimmering light. It seems to be coming from the center of this circular platform. Maybe it could be. There doesn't seem to be like any runes on the platform, but the light does seem to be sort of arcing off into like more like sort of electrical patterns as occasionally it shimmers and then just like a slight shine just seems to shimmer off it in this sort of like arky way. You send the lights down and they illuminate the bottom, but obviously because of this mine shaft it's maybe only 5 feet across, you can't actually see that far into the bottom of where it opens up.
Yeah. This does remind us of the electrical is it a tile stone that we found after the Mind Flayer?
The tile stone.
Yeah. Sorry, tile stone, not tile stone.
You mean the one in Bradford?
Yeah, I know. Because I only realised reading Richard's notes the other week that it was TAAL and not TILE.
Nice.
He made fun of me. Yeah, okay, right, I'll just do it. I'm going to run down inside the mine shaft. If I can.
Sure. You make your way down the mine shaft. You can run 80 feet. You can run 90 feet, right?
I think so. I don't think I've put it on my things.
If you dash, what's your movement?
50. So, 100.
Yeah, you can go down. Fine. So you just hop from wall to wall, sort of sliding down the sort of rough surface. This clearly at some point was a mine shaft, and you can see in the walls, as you go down, you have like slight handholds, which used to clearly hold like planks for wood, just to sort of reinforce it. But those wood supports were removed at some point, and reaching the bottom, you land on this platform. Looking around, it seems to open up into a cave system, which seems to be, as far as you can tell, about 135 feet across, 140 feet across. There's occasional sort of gaps, occasional sort of walls of stalactites that sort of split the room up a little bit. But make a perception check for me. I would consider this dim light because Gideon can't find control where you're looking at from all the way up there.
Cast dark vision.
Dark vision, okay. That's still dim light.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
What does it do? Do you not get to see in the dark?
Yeah, you do, but it counts as dim light and you can't see in colour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, this is basically the same as you got currently. Okay, so in that case, looking around, you see the evidence that things had moved down a little bit. And as you begin to... Are you moving off the platform, looking around, or are you just staying on the platform for now? Oh, also, by the way, the mineshaft, the actual mineshaft opens up 15 feet above you, and then you drop the last 15 feet onto the platform.
What?
So because obviously the mineshaft comes in the center of this sort of cavern that opens up, and then this platform is 15 feet below where the mineshaft opens up into the cave. So you drop down. So you are there, looking around. There doesn't seem to be much. However, at far on the far side, there's a couple of like weird shaped rocks that are very white, which you don't know what they are.
Okay. Oh, I know I shouldn't pick it up. I want to pick. I'm not going to pick glowing orb up, for I hath learnt.
Oh yeah, the glowing orb now that you are actually right next to it. It is hovering about 2 feet from the center of the plinth. You can't see past the actual sort of radius, as it's faintly glowing. But when it's sort of shimmering as in a sort of pulse, like a once every second or something. And when it is at the lowest point of the pulse, you can almost see through it, and you can see there's something suspended in the center of this orb. But then, as you're like looking at it, it begins to flare up again. Then, like a little bit of arcane like electricity shoots out, but just doesn't go near you. It doesn't seem interested in you.
Okay, I'm gonna run back up the walls.
Okay, so again, this is 15 feet above you, so
Can I shadow step up
yeah, you can do that.
to the platform and then run up the walls?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, you can shadow step like to the like halfway up the mine shaft and then run up the rest of the way. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Do that.
So it's definitely magic, and looks like there's something suspended in the orb. I don't know what it is though, and there's some weird white stones. I think Gideon should just try and dispel magic, and maybe Rainleaf should come in case we die, like last time.
Don't dispel. I mean, as far as we know, it might be like this magical orb that's keeping the city from being invaded from demons or whatever.
Whoa. That is
Who-
oddly specific.
Who knows anymore? Who knows anymore?
I think Gideon should go down and look at it.
Well, luckily for Gothric, I don't actually have to spell magic, but I'll have a look at it.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at it. Come on, guys. And also, Rainleaf should come as well. Please.
Gothric reluctantly goes down.
Hey, I mean,
okay,
about 5 minutes ago, you said you wanted to go down.
So are you?
I said I didn't want to go down.
Are you?
I said
Are
there's
you
probably
climbing down?
demons.
Are you climbing down?
I'm going to use my... Can we use the carpet?
Carpet is. Yeah, I suppose you could, but only one at a time.
Why doesn't Rainleaf get attached with a what's it called? A rope, and Roxon lowers her down?
This
I can
sounds
do that.
okay.
Cool.
Could do this one by one.
No, because then it's hard. I'm worried that people won't be able to get out quickly in case anything goes badly.
Well, we just do not do anything until everyone is down, and then we are all together.
But then we have to get out again.
What if the mine shaft just collapses?
Which is
Then
why
we-
I don't
then
think
we
we should
are
be
fucked,
messing with
aren't
the
we?
orb.
I can wait here to pull people out if you want.
I don't think that's going to be very helpful if the mine shaft does in fact collapse. I'm pretty sure we're fucked if it collapses.
Well, I'll be fine.
Well, there's a handy hook on the ceiling that you can tie the rope to and climb down.
That is a good point.
Okay, or what we could do is Gideon and I go down, and then if we come into any danger, he can thunderstep us out. Right?
Well, I mean, Thunderstep causes a lot of noise and commotion. I only worry that might in itself cause some...
And what's the range on Thunderstep as well?
The range on Thunderstep is... That's Kent. It is... 300 feet.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, it can be heard from 300 feet away. You can see within range. It doesn't really have a distance.
No, but within range, it should say. We're next to where it says
90.
90,
90,
okay.
90,
So you could.
could technically just
No,
about.
because the mine shaft is 90 feet, and then then it's 15 feet below to the floor. So
We could do it just below and then double jump up.
you can do a Mario jump, like fucking. Yeah, nice.
Just sacrifice Yoshi. It'll be fine.
Right. Okay. How about we just go down and look, and we don't touch.
That's
then we come
really
back
hard for me to do. You do realize that?
Yeah. Or maybe Gideon goes down by himself.
That sounds like a brilliant idea. I'm being
Okay.
sarcastic.
Right. Gideon, you get on the hand.
Sorry, so you want me to go down here, touch the thing on my own, or do something, and then...
Just look at it and tell us what you think.
Alright, I'm not sure how much I can provide information-wise, but... Alright.
And if you want to touch it, you can touch it.
Don't touch the thing. It might be bad.
Maybe. Alright, okay, I'll go down if that's what everyone else is okay with. Alright, so I guess I climbed down the rope.
Okay.
Oh, you're not using the hand.
Well, I can, but that's a level 5 spell slot.
Oh, right. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you got 2 level 5 spell slots today now. So.
Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah. Let's treat myself for a level
Ooh.
5 spell slot.
Hell yeah.
All right, I cast Bigby's hand. Can I actually fit down the shaft?
Bixby's hand can, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Damn,
And,
can't just use the carpet, but okay. Gotta flex.
Hey, look, but I feel like the carpet.
Wouldn't the carpet be flexing?
I used the Bigby's hand and I kind of put it above the shaft, jump on top, and lower myself down.
Okay, so yeah, the Bixby's hand begins to lower. You sort of can imagine what life would have been like for miners going down this shaft. It's not of all the mine shafts you've probably seen in your life, this is not very long, and it seems to be more like a staging ground. It seemed to have once been more of a staging ground for maybe a deeper mine. But as you land on this platform, the Bigby's hand's still out. How long is it out for? 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, you make a perception check for me.
Perception. That's persuasion. What the fuck's persuasion? Perception. I'm being blind. Hold on. I think I'm being blind. Yeah, I'm being blind. Sorry.
I'm gonna be like right next to persuasion.
Blind.
Okay, so looking around, you sort of see similar things to Morna saw. These walls of stalactites connecting with stalagmites from the ceiling to sort of make an opaque wall in a few places. And as you look around, you begin to notice that there are these weird white stones all facing. They're all sort of placed, seemingly right one next to each other. Like it's not a random placement. They seem to be ringing as you look more and more. They seem to be ringing the entire circumference of the cave, and they seem weirdly spherical as well. These white stones.
Okay.
But I mean, that's like the stones currently. If you're standing still on this podium, the stones are maybe 60 feet away from you.
Okay, Mike, I've just double checked. The duration of Bigby's hand is a minute.
It's a minute.
Not
Okay.
10 minutes.
All right. So you've
Yeah.
maybe got 30 seconds left.
Okay. So did Morna touch one of the stones?
No, Morna didn't leave the platform at all.
Okay, I'm not on the floor though yet, right? I'm still on the hand.
I
kind
assume
of
you.
above.
Okay, well, you're hovering just above the platform.
Yeah.
But you also see this like glowing orb thing as well in the center of the platform that describes.
Can I do detect magic on the orb thing, please?
On the orb? Yeah, sure.
And can I also shout out that somebody might need to chuck down the carpet for me?
I thought you had the carpet.
I thought we.
I think I have it.
Yeah, I thought we agreed that Scrimshaw had it.
Okay.
I'll run it down.
You just float down.
Could just
Okay, yeah. So I used detect magic on the
No, because then you can't
on the
come
orb.
back up again.
Okay. Right. Okay. Are you using that as an action or a ritual?
I've got it as prepared, so I'll use it as an action.
Okay. As an action, you cast detect magic. It is giving off an aura of abjuration magic.
Okay.
But it seems to be blocking the magical signature of anything inside. If anything inside it is magical, it definitely seems like some sort of arcane shield that has been placed over something else.
That's interesting.
You've got
And
maybe 10 seconds left on your Bixby's hand as well.
Well, that's fine. Is Morna coming down with a carpet?
Yeah, I'll run it down.
Okay, so are you coming down on the carpet, Mona?
No.
Okay, so the carpet. All right.
Throwing it down.
Carpet just like slow. Yeah, you can give.
No, I was going to hold it and run down with it.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, right. Okay, so you are coming down then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you land at the bottom again, next to Gideon. As Bigby's hand disappears, and Gideon lands on the platform.
Gideon, you should touch it.
No, hold on. Can we fit 2 people on the carpet?
On the carpet, no.
All right, Morna, do you mind just going back up? I don't know how you just climb up or something. If I'm going to touch this thing, I don't want to be touching anything, or I want to be able to get out quickly.
Okay, sure.
Gideon doesn't really care much about it. He's really intent on what's going on with the thing in front of him, so he seems kind of emotionally blunt about it.
Okay, I guess I'll leave. I was joking, but okay. I also kind of want to see what happens. Bye. And I run up and shadow step, that kind of jazz, to get back up to the top.
Is he going to touch it?
I think you might be going to touch it.
Oh my god.
Alright, Gideon jumps up
Again,
on the.
Rainleaf, you might need to be near.
We'll get Rainleaf tied up and some rocks on holding on as
Ready to
ready to go.
rappel down Mission Impossible style.
Alright, okay.
Oh,
So I jump on the carpet,
Mhm.
hover above the ground, come quite close to the orb,
Mhm.
and I want to cast. I want to see if I can move my arcane barrier onto it and what happens. But just kind of playing around with my own kind of arcane
Right, okay.
abilities a bit. Because if I recognize that it's some kind of shield, I wonder if like I can almost confirm that through the kind of the flow of the magic.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, your arcane shield doesn't seem to be doing anything. It doesn't really seem to be interacting in any way with it. And you actually, as you begin to look at it, you notice that it seems to be very weird. It seems to not be really interacting with anything. Obviously, you haven't touched it, but it just seems to be sort of passively hanging there, as if like it just doesn't particularly care about anything around here.
Right.
Maybe it's elder blocks.
Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
All right. And as I do, can I cast like Misty Step or something to like bring myself up?
Misty Step.
Yeah, as a bonus action. That's 30 feet. Actually, I can't. Then that's not really far enough.
I mean, you
Or
could like
Dimension Door.
could
Fall back
mis-
down.
yeah, you could Misty Step like up, like so you're 15 feet within the mine shaft, and then try and hang on to something there if you need to.
Oh, what
Or
you
I'll
could
just
do is
Dimension Door.
put,
I'll just
put the
Dimension Door.
carpet 30 feet away, and then Misty Step onto the carpet. Have it fly you up.
No, I don't really want to be touching the ground when I do it, to be honest. But that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Okay.
All right, I can use Dimension Door. That's fine.
Right. So you're
Okay.
going to no matter what happens,
Oh,
you're going to be dimension dooring.
Well, yeah, I touch it and like almost kind of like grabbing it, but like, can I do Dimension Door while I do it or not?
Sure,
Like, if I use
yeah.
one hand,
Yeah.
is that all right?
Yeah. Like you can like prepare dimension door and then as a reaction to touching it, you can cast dimension door.
Yeah, kind of like Indiana Jones when he picks up the thing in the first film
Okay.
and swaps it with the other thing.
Yeah, you touch it and your hand just goes straight through it, and you dimension door up to the top.
Oh,
Well, that was exhilarating.
what happened?
Wait, where's
My hand just went
Did
through
you
it.
get it?
I
Your
turned
hand
into-
went through it.
Wait, where's
Yep.
the carpet?
Carpet's still
It's-
hanging
it's-
down at the bottom.
Oh my god, I'm gonna run down and get a carpet. Wait, actually, what happened when you touched it?
Nothing.
No-
Like his hand just
nothing.
went straight through it.
Nothing. Just nothing. I think it's. I wasn't touching the ground though, so like I don't know if there's some kind of kinetic setup in that room or something.
Okay.
You don't think the little rock things are connected to it, right? Pebbles?
How do you know there's rock things down there?
Oh, sorry, I thought Mona
I
was
said
saying
that
it when
there
she
was
referred.
rocks.
Yeah, more.
Oh, beg your pardon.
There was
Sorry.
white rocks around.
Apologies, my bad.
Mm,
Well, the rocks did seem in some kind of.
I could try to dispel it.
As for the rocks, sorry, by the way, as for the rocks, they were pretty large. They weren't like small pebbles. They were
Oh,
like,
I thought they were tiny
they
ones.
were maybe like 20, 25 centimeters in diameter.
Okay.
Maybe you put the rocks into the orb or something.
And they were slightly elongated as well.
I think maybe we should just go down there together.
Okay, fine.
That sounds like an idea.
I'll go down, I'll run down, grab the carpet, run back up, give everyone the carpet, and then meet everyone back down. How does that
You'll
sound?
be casting another shadow step then for that, if that's what you want to. Oh no, you could fly back up with the carpet.
I can cast shadows. It's not. I don't use key to do it. I
Yep.
can just do it.
Okay, that's fine. But you, I mean, you can just glide back up on the carpet if you want.
Yeah, but that's boring. I wanna run up the walls.
It's all about
badass.
the style points.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Upside down.
Right, so you,
if,
okay, so you do
possible.
that, Mona. You run down, you get the carpet, you run back up, give the carpet to Scrimshaw or Gideon or whoever, and then run back down, and you land on their platform.
Mhm.
Okay, so you are down. All right,
Just waiting.
who's
for
next?
whoever comes next.
I'll fly down on the carpet.
And are you sending the carpet back up?
It has to stay within 30 feet of you, so no.
Wait, what? Why does it stay within 30 feet of you?
The carpet.
Well, it didn't stay within 30 feet of you before.
Well, you can only. Well. So it moves according to your spoken directions, provided you're within 30 feet of it.
Yeah, but you can
So I
like give
guess-
you can give directions, say
Alright, so
go
as long as you make
up 100 feet.
All right, I'll
And-
tell it.
and
to-
then
okay,
Somebody else
Go
will be able
back
to
up
take
to,
over. Oh, no, it's the top.
back
Alright,
up to
I'll
the
go
entrance,
down
please.
next then.
Give it a pat like you're sending a horse off.
All right, Gothric's next. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Gothric, you land on the
I did
bottom.
same then.
Okay. And then you send the carpet back up. Who's next?
Does anyone weigh more than 400 pounds?
Roxanne
Me or
probably
Mona?
doesn't. Roxanne's close, but probably not quite 400 pounds.
Including stuff you're carrying.
Yeah, no, I think Roxanne's probably about 350, adding all the stuff that
Okay.
he has. So.
Okay, we're good then.
Yeah. Okay, so Roxanne's next. Is that right? Roxanne's next.
I think so.
Right. Gideon afterwards, and then Rayleaf.
Sure.
Okay.
I think leave the rope tied to the hook, like dangling down.
Okay, the actual rope will be, if it's 100 feet rope and it's 90 feet down plus 15, it's going to be 5 feet above the ground, so you'll be able to reach that.
Cool.
And then Rayleaf. Cool. Right, so you're all on the platform, you all land. You're all sort of spread out around this glowing sphere on the platform. What would you like to do? Look, you also see you can't quite see it, but you do feel a breeze that further down south in southwards direction there might be a tunnel that you do hear like echoing coming from down there. However, there is like a sort of a brief wall of stalagmites in your way, so you can't quite see down there.
Maybe we should touch the thing again.
What is it? I mean, like, I'm all for this, but we do like to touch things we probably shouldn't.
That is
Okay,
a good
guys.
point.
Guys, step back. I will sort this out.
Whoa, hold on, don't
Don't
dispel magic,
dispel
Rainier.
it. It
Wait,
might be
wait, hold
very
on.
important, but it also might kill us all.
When I
I
was
don't
checking,
know.
when I was checking the orb, it was from my own preferred school of magic, and we deal in protective magic and concealment and keeping things safe. And I'm somewhat concerned that this thing's keeping something hidden inside.
I mean, it might be. If that's the case, it might not be keeping whatever's in there safe, but it might be keeping what's outside of it safe. Like there might be some kind of beastie in there.
What does it look like that's in there? Can we make it out?
No, so as you're looking in there, it seems to go for a millisecond, slightly translucent, just for a brief flash, before it begins to light up again. So it pulses maybe once a second, and at the lowest point of that pulse, it seems to be slightly translucent. You do see there is some sort of silhouette within there, but you cannot make out any details from it. And as it begins to flash brighter, it does hurt your eyes to look at, so you can't quite stare at it either as it's flashing.
Are these pebbles magical?
Nope. For anyone who has used detect magic, I mean Gideon has used detect magic. The only magical source
So
in this
they-
room was from that you can find.
They don't look like tile stones.
Dispel it. Dispel it.
No,
What if it's an elder box?
they're just white. It's slightly elongated, medium sort of size stones.
Should we pick one of them up?
Okay, so a vote. Who thinks I should dispel it? Who thinks I should
I
not?
do.
I
really
don't. No.
Well, look,
I do.
You
I
guys-
do.
This is where you are.
Was that 3 and 3?
I think so.
We should ask Clive. Clive would know. Clive.
Gideon, message him.
I'm not gonna do that.
Should
Let's
we
be
try
honest.
the pebbles first? See if the pebbles do anything.
Well,
I mean,
my
they
only
seem
concern
rather
is
strange.
that these pebbles are somehow keeping the magic within this thing, going. My only concern is if we start taking these pebbles away, the foundation of the flow of magic within the arcane orb will start deteriorating.
Right. So you mentioned there was a silhouette in there, right? Or we saw
Well,
there was a silhouette in there.
I think we all just did, right?
Did it look humanoid or was it hard to tell?
It looks like a shape, like maybe a slightly squarish, rectangularish shape.
It's an elder box.
It might be an elder box. It might be a bomb.
Yeah, but don't you have to find out?
Should we remove the pebbles?
FYI, the only pebbles you can see are really like here, around here.
You cut out.
The only pebbles you can actually see are around
Oh,
here.
I think you're still cut out.
Really?
Still okay. Yeah, well, you might be back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You're
back.
Big Lamau. Yeah, so the only pebbles you can see are around here.
Oh,
and again.
All right, so I guess when I'm pinging, it lags me out. for some reason. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
To the
ideal.
west and to the south to the east. Sorry, to the east and the south, and those little gaps. Actually, to the north as well. You see pebbles. I shouldn't say pebbles. I should say rocks. They look like rocks.
Should we try moving the rocks? See if that does anything. Maybe if we move one of them at a time and see what happens.
Okay.
Well, just so you know, I'm getting ready to get out of here in the event everything goes wrong.
Yeah, same.
Like, I value you all as friends, but I also kind of want to live.
I mean, I don't think.
Pass me that carpet back.
All right, are we gonna start moving these rocks then?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you going to?
Where were the rocks again?
I mean, I don't want to ping. Like, so so the outer boundary of these walls of this cave.
Right.
So basically, wherever you can see that isn't blocked by these walls. So the south, the east, and the north, you see these lines of pebbles, and they just line the sort of actual the actual like where the wall meets the floor of the cave.
Could it be like an anti-scrying thing?
You don't know. It could be.
I don't
Has
know.
anyone stepped foot off this platform yet?
No, I'm too scared.
I'll do it.
Bang!
Nothing. Yeah, nothing happens.
Immediately killed.
Your feet crunch onto the sort of rocks below.
Okay.
Should we try the south first? North first?
Oh, why don't we try one from each?
All right, that's fine.
Well,
I'll go to the south
just-
one
If
then.
you're gonna do this, do it one at a time.
Fine.
So Gothric, there is a slight tunnel that goes off in the southward direction.
If there's going to be a monster, there's going to be coming from here.
Well, you said there was a light breeze, didn't you?
Yeah, so there's a breeze coming from south, and where Gothric is heading, like you can go down that tunnel further on, if you wanted.
There's a
But
tunnel down here if people want to have a look down here first.
so what is everyone doing at the moment?
We're gonna move some of the rocks, right?
Yeah.
The white I think we should just dispel magic. It's obviously magic.
I agree.
Okay, so Gothric, you make your way over to one of the rocks. You notice that as you begin to crouch down and inspect it and reach out and touch it, it sort of is very brittle and sort of collapses in on itself as you touch it. And you sort of pick it up and look at it, and it's a skull facing away, facing towards the wall, and you only saw like the back part of the skull at that point.
I turn it around.
Yeah, it's a human skull, and you now notice that all lined across all of these walls are human skulls.
Oh wow.
They're skulls, guys. It's fine.
Oh
Skulls do
no.
nothing, I assume. They're facing towards the walls.
Intriguing.
Now,
So
should we
can
dispel
I-
magic?
So, can I dispel this yet or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, that is the winning vote. I am going to
I want
dispel.
to ready a shadow step. In case there's an
Like to
explosion, so
cast
out for the shaft.
dispel magic at 3rd level.
At 3rd level, okay, roll that dice.
Roll that dice.
Okay. So you watch as Rainleaf begins to focus and casts her, raises her candelabra which begins to flare up with like holy fire, and then suddenly this beam of sort of holy energy begins to shoot towards the glowing blue orb. It begins to actually take control over the orb, and you watch as the greenish bluish hue, which is arcing electrical energy, begins to dampen, and this golden sort of radiance covers this orb, and then suddenly it begins to fizzle, and all that blue stuff just begins to flare out, and what is within is this. It sort of looks like a tin can, like a small tin can, and it falls to the ground, and smoke starts coming out of it. And can everyone make a Constitution saving throw?
Of course, it's a bomb.
It's the genie.
Constitution saving.
Oh no.
Hey.
I did say I was gonna ready a shadow step in case anything happens.
Okay, you didn't say that in time.
What?
Did,
I said it before.
He did. She did.
Yeah, she did.
okay, I didn't hear that, but it's fine. I'll allow it.
Thank you.
But you still have to make the Constitution save
Yeah, that's fine.
to think it off. So right, okay. So, Morna, Roxanne, Scrimshaw, and Gideon, you fall unconscious. Paralyzed, sorry. No, you are paralyzed.
Oh.
And can we have initiative, please?
This is all your fault, Rainley.
Oh god,
Was
terrible.
it? Did the smoke seem like it came across the whole of the room?
Well, it seems to be smoke that came up pretty quickly, almost like a tear gas grenade, and it shot out, and maybe it's about 20 feet out, but it cleared very quickly afterwards. Okay.
Does not having to breathe have any effect?
It's actually like a sort of. It's not really breathing the gas. It's just it touching you.
Right.
Is it poison?
No.
Damn it. Or disease.
No.
Damn.
Okay, right. So in that case, Gothric, Yusuf, you are fine. You watch all these people begin to collapse. What do you do?
Can I maybe try and wake one of them up, or like get
Yeah,
them unparalyzed?
you reach down, and you see that they're sort of locked up in a sort of very almost like in a very agonizing pose. Like their arms have just tensed up completely, and legs, and they're like completely just like trapped within their bodies right now. You're not quite sure what anything you can do will help them.
This is what the skulls are from. I guess I'm. Are there like any beasties within sight?
You can't see anything just yet.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna whip out my bow and just prepare an action to fire an arrow at it
Okay.
if any beasties pop up.
Okay. Right, so that's your reaction. That will be your reaction to do that. So actually, who's paralyzed right now?
I think everyone is.
No, you're
not Rainleaf.
paralyzed.
Rainleaf.
Gideon is paralyzed. Gothric, are you paralyzed?
No, I'm not paralyzed. I
Okay.
got 25.
Right, Roxanne is paralyzed.
Mm.
And Scrimshaw is paralyzed. Okay, so it's just Rainleaf and Gothric who aren't. Okay, cool. So you've readied your action. All right, Scrimshaw, make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. That is not good enough. You continue to be paralyzed. You're cognizant of this, and you are in agony as well. That all your sort of fibers in your body just are tensing up because you're still an organic creature. This seems to be working in the same way as it would work on anyone else. But like, oh my god, it's just pure agony. All right, Gideon, make a Constitution saving throw.
Mhm.
Okay, that is not enough. Roxanne. Okay, Roxanne, you managed to just burst free from whatever this gas is taking control of your body, but that is the end of your turn, I'm afraid. But you are no longer paralyzed. Okay.
Yay.
All right, so you begin to hear like this sort of from the tunnel down the corner as you hear something like just almost land on the ground and begin to walk around the corner. And for those who are currently awake, by the way, Roxanne, you are still prone for now, but currently, yeah, you are prone, but you are aware of what's going on. You begin to see this strange clockwork machine coming round the corner with these big spikes just all down its back, and it sort of looks like a hunched over, like sort of beetle which is standing on two legs almost. These like large metal claws, like massive fists, and these big shoulder plates which have on top of its spikes perched these headless bodies that just all down the back of its back. And noticing you as it comes around the corner, it begins to dash. It dashes the rest of its movement and ends its turn right by Gothric. Oh, Gothric and Roxanne.
Alright, but my bow?
Sorry?
My bow?
Your bow? Oh, yeah, make it attack.
The longbow.
Right, hang on just a sec, I need to add this to the actual...
Oh!
It's pretty bad. Alright, that was a 13 its initiative, so I'm just going to move that.
Pretty nice plus 12, though.
Yeah, pretty good. Alright, Rainleaf. What's Rainleaf doing?
Okay, Rainleaf is going to turn to Scrim.
Oh yeah, of course she is.
Who's next to her? And cast Lesser Restoration.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, you are no longer paralyzed, Scrimshaw?
Okay. And she's
Is she doing anything else?
try and... Oh, my map's scrolling down as I do that. Okay. She's going to back up to next to Gideon.
Okay. Alright, Morna.
I'm still awake, right?
Yes, but your arms and legs are tensed like fuck. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Not good enough, I'm afraid. Gothric, right.
I guess fighting spirit, action surge, stabbing at this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so all of these are with advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that's a crit. So that's an extra D6, I
Okay.
believe.
Okay, so all of them miss except for that one.
1 D6, so that's 3, and so that's such a great turn, you guys.
Right, okay, so that's 15 damage. Okay, in that case, that's your turn. Right, Scrimshaw.
Okay, so does it look like it has lots of things with which it might make attacks?
Oh, sorry, just before your turn, it is initiative count 20. You guys watch as 1d6 spectres appear off its back.
Oh, great! This is wonderful.
Ooh, that's 5. So that's 5 spectres appear. Oh, can't even spell it because... Is that how you spell it? Yes, it is. So it's going to go 1 here. I'm just going to roll initiative for them in a second.
Just so everyone knows, Gothric was right about this thing was stopping things from killing us.
Oh, I think it was the trap.
Natural 20 on that. Okay, so these spectres are going to go just before you, Scrimshaw.
Wow, fireball would be really nice right now.
Right, okay, so then in that case... Oh my god. Lag. Okay, they're going to come up here. This one's going to come up to Scrimshaw. It's going to go around Roxanne, so Roxanne doesn't get an attack of opportunity. Gothric, and Roxanne. Okay, so 2 attacks on Gothric.
Woo!
Let me just do this. Oh yeah, doing fights with one screen is fun. Okay, right, 2 attacks, 2 life drains. That's going to be a 28 and an 11, so 1 hit, I guess.
Yeah, that's 1 hit.
Okay, that's 9 necrotic damage. And can you make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Okay, let me just take the damage off this. So that's 9 damage, right?
Yes, 9 damage.
Okay.
And make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's fine. You're absolutely fine. All right, Roxon. Life drain, life drain. That is a 26 and a 23.
Yeah, they hit.
Okay, so then that's going to be 11 necrotic damage and 18 necrotic damage.
So 28 minus 28.
Minus 28, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Ow.
And can you make 2 Constitution saving throws, please?
Maybe we should just run away.
Okay, so that first one, so your maximum HP is reduced by 11 then, because you failed the first one.
Jesus.
Keep track of your HP, by the way, just somewhere else.
Yeah, let me just make a note of it
Okay.
in my thing.
And then 1 attack on Scrimshaw, which is going to be a natural 20.
Of course, is.
Yeah.
I would like to use my reaction
Okay.
to use my new thing, Armor of Hexes.
Okay. If a target cursed, yeah, if your target cursed, if a target cursed by your
Oh,
hex-based
sorry.
curse,
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Which is a shame.
Forgot about that part.
Right, so that's going to be 18 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? Okay, that's fine. Right, that is the Spectre's turn. Right, Scrimshaw.
Okay. Scrimshaw is going to attempt to cast Hold Monster.
Okay.
On
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So could it please make a Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, hang on a sec. All right, Wisdom saving throw. That is going to be a 15.
That is a
failure?
failure.
Okay. Which is then, in that case, held. Paralyzed.
Taste for his own medicine.
Slam.
And that is it for Scrimshaw.
Okay, Gideon, make another Constitution saving throw. Okay. This has actually been Gideon's life for the last few combats.
I know, like literally
Yeah,
every time
same.
this happens, I'm like, the one where Saka died. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was like
Same.
8/10 of the fight. You were like basically doing nothing. Right,
It wasn't 8/10, it was 10/10.
Yeah. All right, Roxanne.
It's time to rage.
Okay, you Harage.
I am angry.
And you ought.
We swing at the guy.
Okay, make your make your attacks.
With
Okay.
Wait,
advantage as well, because it's.
Yeah, it was 25 anyway, so do the damage for that one.
Okay, roll damage.
Richard, didn't you say they ultra crit?
They do.
So I need to roll it again.
So just the dice.
Yeah, just the dice.
Do you get savage critical?
Just one,
Yeah.
another
Yeah,
D12.
so another
yeah.
2d12.
Another 2D12 then.
Okay. Hang
Some synergy right here.
on. I'll roll to
Become part half orc for a bit.
11.
Okay. So that's going to
Top
be,
of
in that
that.
case, 23.
23 total.
Okay.
23.
All right.
And then I'll hit him again.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh,
I mean,
Oof.
it's the same, but okay.
the
Who
triple
needs the
critical.
paralyze?
Yeah. All right, roll
At
damage.
least it saves you effort.
Yeah, that's true. I love how it doubles. It's trying to double the fucking rage damage. I know it's
Wait.
not. That's fine.
Oh, it doesn't add the
yeah, it doesn't.
d12 from root critical.
Oh yeah, add another d12 to that. 18, 22 plus another d12, Alex. That's nine.
Yeah,
another
I'm
9.
still-
Okay, cool. Right. And you're raging.
That's added in.
Yeah. No, I was just making sure that.
Oh,
he
right,
is,
yeah.
He is raging.
I've got the rage on.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. All right. In that case, Blam. That's your turn. All right. Cadaver Collector is.
Cadaver
Cadaver
Collector.
There you go. Cadaver Collector. That's it.
That sounds like a DC villain. God.
The Cadaver Collector. Right. Wisdom saving throw. That is an 18.
That's a success.
Okay, so it's no longer paralyzed, but that's the end of its. That's the end of its turn.
Hmm.
Rainleaf.
Okay, Rainleaf is going to turn to Gideon and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
He is no longer paralyzed.
Okay. Gideon, you are no longer paralyzed.
Sorry, Gideon's host was just having chicken. He's just eating tea. Sorry.
That's okay. So
I
Gideon,
heard though.
Gideon's no longer paralyzed. Okay, so that's Rainey's turn, or is Rainey going to do anything else?
Thank you.
That's it for her.
Okay, Morna, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god, why can't I roll?
Okay, you are unfortunately still paralyzed, I'm afraid. All right, Gothric.
I stab Clockwork McGee again.
Okay, make your attacks.
One.
It's no longer with advantage. Okay, that hits. They both definitely hit.
Okay.
9,
9 and the 6.
50. Okay. Yeah, you begin slashing into it as like you notice that weirdly as you're smashing into it, you do hear like clockwork noises and this sort of scraping of gears, but you also see that there's definitely some flesh underneath all that stuff as well. It seems to be bound.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it seems to be to bound to something.
Yes, Gothric is very familiar with slashing the skin of innocence. Now, can recognise it easily.
I will stab you next.
Okay, in that case, is that your turn, Gothric?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so specters. All right, 2 attacks on Gothric. That's going to be if it actually works. All right, 28 and 18.
Both hit.
That's going to
So
be
that's 2 con saves, right?
yeah, 2 con saves and 21 necrotic damage. Okay, so then you lose 11 necrotic damage. 11 max HP as well.
All right. Okay, this is fun.
Okay, and then 2 attacks on Ritok. Not Ritok, on Roxon. 28 and 16.
They both hit, yeah.
They both hit, okay. That's going to be 16 necrotic damage and 10 necrotic damage.
Christ. Help!
And make 2 Constitution saving throws for me, please. Okay, that's fine. And
Oh, for God's sake.
okay, so your max HP is reduced by 10 necrotic damage.
Literally has to be a nat 1.
Oh, is it 10?
Yeah, that's another nat 1. It's DC 10, yeah. Alright, and then 1 attack on Scrimshaw. That's a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, they fucking getting
Yeah.
fucking
He's,
big fucking rolls. Just realize you can also see this, right? You can see how much fucking I'm rolling, right?
No.
No?
Okay,
No,
you're
not
not.
seeing any of
We're
your
not
rolls.
seeing any of your rolls.
Oh, I thought because Scrimshaw could fucking see it. I thought because
Oh,
it's
is this?
Spectre.
Oh, is this my? Oh, I can move these.
Yeah, don't move it, please. That's going to be 12 necrotic damage then to you, Scrimshaw, and make a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
with me, please. Okay, you just pass. Okay, in that case, anything
Richard,
else?
move them off the map when he's not looking.
Just delete.
Don't
delete.
worry, the stream is watching. Right, Scrimshaw. Yeah, what would you
Okay.
like to do?
Same again. Hold monster.
Okay, it is going to. Oh, hang on. For fuck's sake. All right, okay. Let me just do the wisdom saving throw. That is a 12. It is paralyzed again.
Nice.
Boop. Okay.
I will use my. It seems like a bit of a waste, but I kind of want to use my feature, so I'm going to use Hexblade's Curse on the one
Okay.
next to me,
Right. Okay.
so I can try and dodge its attacks.
All right. It is hexed. Then I will say it's hexed on here. I have hex on here, right? I've got these new token marker things. So here we go. Bam. Okay, so that's that. Anything else, Scrimshaw?
That's it.
Okay, Gideon. You are awake. Your arms and legs are aching like fuck. Like it feels like you've been like nerve gassed, and like as you stretch out and begin to get up, you see this fight breaking out. What would you like to do?
I'd like to move here.
Okay.
Feet of Roxon and Gothric, yeah?
Yep.
Alright. Now, do the spectres look like spectres?
No, they look like turtles.
Yeah,
Or-
they look like spectres.
Okay. Brilliant. That's what I want to hear. So I'm going to I'm going to move forward and I'm going to tell Roxon with protection from evil and good.
Okay.
But basically what that means is until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberration, phase, fiends, and undead.
Yep.
I'm hoping it's one of those. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have a disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can also not be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is also already charmed, frightened, or possessed, blah blah blah. Target has advantage of any new saving throws.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move back one.
Okay.
And so that's my action. And yeah, I'm just gonna move I'm gonna ready my arcane shield to move to who needs the support.
Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. Roxon.
How's the big guy looking, by the way?
He's looking okay.
Okay. No, I'll soon fix that.
Right. So you have this on you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to attack him. I assume that hit.
Auto crit, I assume, as well, because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, it will be. I'll roll that and then I'll do.
Yeah. 2d12 more.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
I like
It's
it.
a lot of damage.
More like it. That's like Great Weapons Master Barbarian type of damage. Okay.
Roar.
Oh god, Kython's damage.
34.
Christ.
Okay, there we go. Anything else? You got another attack, haven't you?
I'm hitting him again.
Cool.
Oh.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Even though he
Damn it.
is paralyzed, it does not hit. So, unfortunately, like your axe, you manage to get some vital part, and then you bring your axe back, and it sort of spasms slightly, and you just hit like this, like body that's just decapitated. Basically, it's like completely rotten. It hasn't been. There aren't any fresh bodies on there, but it seems like this body has been maybe there for a month or month and a half. As you like slash down on it with your axe. Okay, it is going to do a wisdom saving throw. Oh, natural 20. Holy shit.
Oh.
Right. It's no longer paralyzed then, in that case.
Oh, you should have saved that, Richard.
Right, okay. And then that's his turn. Rainleaf.
Okay, Rainleaf is going to. I guess she'll go into.
Yeah, you better.
No, Rainleaf's like, Morna's got it. It's fine.
Because, like, it might be better to just channel divinity, but I'm gonna let Morna actually fight. Oh, lesser restoration.
Okay, Morna is no longer paralyzed.
Thank you.
Is there anything else Rainleaf's doing?
Backing the fuck back.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Roll 20 is being very slow for me right now. Just bear with me. Okay. Oh my god. Come on. All right. Right. Is that Rainleaf's turn then?
Yep.
Okay. Right. Morna, what are you doing?
Gonna get up. Is that half my movement?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna go.
You still got
fill
20,
this
25.
nice gap.
Yeah, you still got 25 feet left.
And I'm gonna hit this one.
Which one?
The big one
Okay, cool.
with a smash. 27 to hit. Does the cold's damage? Does it do anything, or is it just like normal cold damage?
What?
'Cause it's just-
Oh yeah, no, it seems to be just taking damage as normal.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but you begin like smashing into it. It just yeah.
Make a con save, please.
Yep. Just a sec.
Suspect these are good.
Is that con save?
hmm
Okay. That is going to be an 18.
That does indeed pass.
Okay.
Could it make another con save, please?
That is a 23. Roll damage.
Okay.
That
I
hits.
did click it. Yeah.
It's 10. Okay. All right, it's starting to look hurt.
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Can I make another con save, please?
Yep. Just a sec. Come on, you. Come on. When my roll 20 decides to work. That'll be nice. Yeah, because I'm doing everything on one screen, so I've got like 5 or 6 different things up
Yeah.
at once, so it's quite difficult. And roll 20 is being very hard to handle right now. That's a 19. So it passes, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna attack again.
And how much
21
damage
to hit.
was that?
Another con save, please.
It was 13.
Damn.
Don't know why I even bother closing the character sheet. That is a 22.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
It would have been really nice if.
Yeah, it seems, from what you can tell, it seems to have like some natural tolerance to being stunned, so it has advantage on these things. So, and it has a good constitution as well. So.
Yes, I thought maybe that was the case.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Gothric. What would you like?
Fighting spirit again.
Okay.
And hitting him twice.
Okay.
Let me just knock off that fighting spirit. And 2 short attacks with advantage.
Okay. Nice.
That is an extra d6.
Okay.
1d6. Boom and boom.
Okay, so that's gonna be 15 plus 11, so 26. Okay, yep. Like bits of cogs and bits of metal beginning to fly off it, and you slash open a part of its like as this skin is like now being shown. It seems very leathery and very thick, but you're not quite sure what it could be of because the face is entirely covered with this sort of metal husk. But the skin is like dark and leathery and very thick, and as you slash into this sort of skin, it peels open, but no blood seems to come out because it almost seems to be like carving into a sofa.
This is the most pleasant fight I've ever been in. Oh god. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, in that case, Spectre's turn. Right, it's going to be... hang on, let me just move this to one side. Right, so this Spectre is going to move... Hang on, just a sec.
This little spectre.
This little Spectre is going to move up here, if it moves, right?
Oh no, that's not an
Yeah.
opportunity attack. Okay.
And it's going to attack... It's going to be 1 on Gideon, and then 1 on Gothric, 2 on Ritok.
Roxon.
Barbarians are all the same, right? Right. So this is on Gideon. That's a 16 to hit.
That is no doubt that's a hit.
Okay, so that's going to be in that case 10 necrotic damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? Okay, that's fine. So that's just 10 necrotic damage. Right,
Okay.
Gothric, 26 to hit.
That
hits.
hits.
17 necrotic damage, and can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Hang on.
I'm going to use my action to my reaction to shove my arcane ward onto Gothric to take up 15 points of that damage.
What's left of your arcane ward? Yeah.
15.
Okay,
that's
cool. So that's then in that case you take 2 necrotic damage, Gothric.
Oh, okay. I'm still on my temp HP then from fighting spirit. Thanks, Gideon.
Okay, and then make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Con save. Yes, I forgot.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So this is 2 on Roxon. That is an 18 and an 18.
Is that disadvantage?
Yes, actually it is.
Oh.
With advantage, it would have been 21 and a natural 20. So,
Fucking hell.
I know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
so that's going to be 12 necrotic damage and 8 necrotic damage, so 20 in total. And can you make 2 Constitution saving throws for me, please?
I could use some healing.
She's just gotten everyone up.
Useless heal.
That's
I
fine.
swear to God, if this is a 1,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. So yeah, that's just 20 necrotic damage then. There's no
yeah.
HP reduction.
Just 20 necrotic.
Yeah, and then this is on Scrimshaw. That's a 26 to hit.
I'm going to use my thing.
Okay, use your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that misses. And nothing happens. Okay, there we go.
My
Right.
new feature did a thing.
I mean, it's pretty decent, to be fair. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's not awful.
you could like, have a cloak of displacement and that, and you'd be like, ugh, crazy to hit. All right, anyway, Scrimshaw. What would you like to do?
Okay. So I'm just going to,
With your no more spell slots.
I guess, just swing at the Spectre
Mhm.
next to me.
Whoa,
So I don't want
you
to
hypocrite.
take an opportunity attack, so maybe... Yeah, fuck it. 16 to hit.
16 to hit. That does hit. 13 slashing damage.
13 plus 4 from Hexblade's Curse.
Plus 4, okay.
And second attack.
A natural 1, that misses.
Ooh, natural 1.
Oh dear, it's still alive. Fuck knows how, but it's still alive. Okay. You got plus 12 on Avenger as well. Oh well.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay,
in that
never mind.
case, Gideon.
Gideon's gonna use Chromatic Orb level 3 on it.
Level 3 on the big
Yep.
one, big dude. Okay. Roll your dice. Nice, that hits.
Is it on things like this that I can use my my proficiency thing for?
Hmm?
No.
No,
It's stuff. It's like counterspell and.
What are you talking
I
about?
think dispel magic as well.
the level 10 abjuration bonus. You know, the one that's like where you can use it on, you can add your proficiency bonus to counterspell and dispel magic.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's not on
Okay.
attacks.
Oh, let me just say what it was. I didn't say what it was. Sorry. It can be, I don't know, fire.
Okay. All right, so that is quite a lot of damage. That is 31. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, this shooting between Gothric and Morna as they're fighting with this creature, as it's slamming around and smashing on the ground. This like big fireball just engulfs it. It just stands back up. It's looking pretty hurt, actually. It's getting there.
It's not dead.
No. It's starting to get there. Like more and more of its armor plating is starting to fall off onto the ground, and you're starting to see more of like seems like a large lizard-like creature perhaps underneath, but the tail, where a tail would be on like a large lizard man or something, has been chopped off, and you've got instead just all these plates covering its body.
Well, this is just lovely and pleasant.
Okay, is that your 10, Gideon?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay, Roxanne.
Swingy, swingy.
Okay.
At the big thingy.
That misses.
Oh. Swingy, swingy again.
That
Oh.
also misses.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, it's the problem.
Right.
Okay.
Its actual first turn.
You're welcome.
Yes, so it is going to everyone within 30 feet make another Constitution saving throw.
Woo.
Oh shit, that's
Oh, I
Oh.
didn't fail. I have hope this time. Probably.
Yeah, you guys begin to watch as again this gas starts seeping off it.
Oh,
Um,
goodbye, everybody.
Everybody seems to have saved, but
Everyone except for Gothric then. All right, Gothric.
Which is ironic because it's the opposite to what happened at the start.
Right, and then it's going to attack.
Well, Ringleaf saved as well.
It's going to make two slam attacks. So it's going to attack. Gothric, I guess, as he's paralyzed. So with advantage.
Is that auto crit as well?
Yeah, it will be if it
Because-
hits. So that's going to be 27 and 26 to hit.
Yep, those hit.
Okay, and then it's going to be another bunch of damage.
Oh.
Alright, let me just add this up. So that's going to be...
never a good sign when it takes a while to add up the
so
damage.
for the first hit, that's going to be 38. No,
hang
no,
on.
that's not right. Let's just take all the damage as it comes. So, 38 plus 28 plus 29. 38
Ow.
plus
Ow.
28
Ow.
plus 29. So
What are you
that's
on?
95 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
you're at
that's-
0.
Yep, I am. Wait, relentless endurance.
Okay.
Does that
No,
work?
you are paralyzed, so you can't use it. I
Oh,
think.
okay, I'm down. Goodbye, everybody.
Actually, let me just check if relentless endurance. I think relentless endurance. You
Hang on.
yeah. If you have a look at it and just tell me.
When
how
you
it
are
works.
reduced to it, hang on. You can't use this. It only says if I'm reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright.
Okay,
It doesn't
I'll
say
allow
anything
it.
about
All right,
paralyzed.
I'll allow it. So you are
Cool.
at 1 HP then, but you are paralyzed still.
Guys, help me!
Right. Okay. There's that. And then that was its 2 attacks. Right, Rainleaf.
I don't know whether to get rid of all the specters or to heal.
I mean,
Okay,
if she gets
she's
rid of
gonna-
the specters, I
yeah.
will probably. Yeah.
Gonna channel divinity and try and turn undead.
Okay, so what do they have to do for that? Wisdom saving throw, is it?
Yeah, so they all have to make wisdom
Okay,
saves.
so going from the left to right. 1,
and
2,
they're
You know, I read
destroyed if
that.
they fail.
I read that as you present your holy body, and I was really confused.
Okay, what's her DC?
I believe 17.
Okay,
yeah, 17.
They all fail. So
Okay.
Rainleaf,
Nice.
lights her candelabra, and this holy radiant energy just shoots out, and you watch as all these specters begin getting torn apart by the light, until they just fizzle out of existence.
Couldn't have done that sooner.
I would have if you guys weren't sleeping.
Okay, is there anything else Rainleaf's doing?
Back up to past 30 feet.
Okay. All right, Morna.
Gonna give it a smash.
Okay,
I'm gonna smash.
19 hit.
19 does hit.
Let me spare.
Smash.
Let me smash.
Good.
What is that? 12. Then another 14. Okay, it's looking really hurt.
I have rolled another one.
Okay, that hits. All right, how would you like to kill it?
Hey.
I want to rip off one of the heads and whack it.
I mean,
Actually,
it's only got one head.
My pasta slipped. Oh, it's only got one head. I thought
Yeah.
it had like loads of it. Oh, I just want to tear off some flesh and slap it with it.
Yeah, so like there's like a bunch of corpses just attached with spikes on the top, and like as you're like fighting it, you sort of grab onto an arm and just pop it off like off the socket. Just the final blow is you sort of just like whack it across the face with his arm, which splinters and shatters like moldy goo, like as its actual like mask just collapses off, and you see this mangled, strangely like tortured face of this like creature that's clearly like not alive anymore. It's clearly just like it's not an undead creature, but it's kept alive with some weird magic as it just collapses to the ground onto its knees and just falls forward. The actual corpse is sort of jittering on top of the body as it just like slams forward. It is dead, and the fight is over.
Oh.
Help me!
Yeah, Gothric,
Oh.
make another Constitution saving throw.
So needy.
All right, you're okay.
Well,
Okay, I just kind of sit up.
aren't you unconscious?
No, I got to 1 HP because
Oh,
of the
right. I
endurance.
see.
Sorry.
That
Fix that.
sucked.
Come here, come here. Let's do this.
What's going on in the middle?
The magic orb thing is gone, and it just seems like some sort of tin can had let out some gas as it fell to the ground.
Ooh, can I look at it?
Oh, that's 12, is it? Oh, 15.
15.
Okay.
It seems makeshift at best.
What's
It was clearly made by someone. Maybe this was some sort of offering area to this creature. It seems like it could have been.
Morna was right. It's lowering bodies or something.
But why?
Mm,
Why?
to feed it, maybe?
Yeah,
I mean,
Why feed it with bodies? I don't understand.
I mean,
Well,
maybe that's what this kind of creature feeds on. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
yep.
this is what they were trying to build to, clockwork creature. What the clockwork
I
creature
mean,
that's
this
trying
was
to build.
this was nothing like nothing like Riddock and Vondel described seeing when they came here.
Okay, is that how many clockwork type pieces that we can rip off?
Yeah. I mean, there's,
Yeah,
there's a whole body of stuff there. Like, it seems to be almost like an exoskeleton, if that makes sense. like a sort of clockwork machine that is on the outside of this creature's body, which is this creature has also had some augmentations done to it. It's like a lot stronger and bigger than an average lizard folk. But yeah, like all this stuff on top of it seems to be self-supporting and adding to the strength of whatever it was.
Well, I think we have some evidence now.
Yeah, but we don't really have evidence as to why, where, who, for, what.
Okay, I'm gonna take some like bits that look clockworky.
I
Shall we
cut
go
off
and
its
have a
head.
look?
Can I find like a power source in it? Is this done by tilestones? or-
Make an investigation check.
I also want to investigate the tunnel it came down from, see if there's anything else
Sure.
back there.
Okay.
I'd quite like to do that as well.
Okay. Right.
So, investigation
Yeah,
check?
you and Morna make a perception check. Yeah, but perception check is you round the corner.
All right.
Okay, so you round the corner and you see what seems like a small lab. You see a test tube type thing which has been smashed open, which it's smashed open at the top half, and clearly this thing crawled out of the test tube, and there's also a couple of hooks that clearly supported this exoskeleton sort of thing. So at some point it crawled out of the test tube, got in the exoskeleton. You're not sure if it did that now. It probably didn't, because it would have taken a while. But as you see this lab, it's not massively stocked. There is just a couple of test tubes on the wall of some blue liquid. Which you might
Are there any
recognize.
journals?
The lift potion.
It looks very similar. Yeah.
Oh no.
For fuck's sake. I'm gonna. So there's no journals or anything.
No, not here. And sorry, your 17 investigation, Scrimshaw. It doesn't seem to have a power source, not that you can find. It seems to be this clockwork contraption that is built mostly into the back, like in the most armored part, where maybe through the sort of clockwork energy, like it being wound up, it just adds to its natural strength. You're not entirely sure, but it seems to at least have been here for a while. Maybe
Doesn't seem to
maybe a
be
year.
the same type of thing as what we saw before.
No, it seems to be similar technology, but it seems to be a cruder adaptation of the clockwork technology. Perhaps it's because Wilhelm Crandy is no longer working on these machines.
Are there any fires nearby?
No.
Like, not in the lab or anything?
No. This lab doesn't
Alright.
seem to have been used for a while.
Is there, like, any way I can destroy all but one of the vials?
Well, there's only a couple of vials there.
Alright,
There's
I
only
just
like
kind
2 or
of
3.
put them in my backpack.
Okay.
Then,
Sure.
Oh, wait, guys, shall we show people that there's the lift potion here first before you just?
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take. I was just going to destroy them because, you know, they're bad. The less there is of this, the better, really.
Mm.
And I don't really.
Oh, there's some lift potion here, guys.
Right.
Guys.
What do we do with that?
Break it. Break
What?
all but one of it.
Is there
I mean,
anywhere
I think
we
they
could
have
take it?
plenty more.
I don't know. Do we know anyone who could investigate it and maybe look at the compound?
Could you do
There's
that?
what's his name? The guy that made you not a vegetable.
Oh my god!
Morna.
Don't make me have to dig this shit up. What session was that?
I don't know. He was very helpful.
That was the same session that they went to the lab because that's the reason no one else went because I was a
Yeah.
vegetable.
Yeah.
This is probably like the best person actually to talk to about it, which is the annoying thing
Series of
that we've ever heard of.
It was session 5. Right, hang on. I'm gonna find it. I've got it. Hang on, almost. Roth. It was Roth.
Oh,
What was the
yeah.
name of the shop? Because remember, you
It was
prestidigitated the name of the shop.
Roth's. Oh my god, what was it? Roth's. Roth something. Just let's pretend that it's called something clever. I remember it being called something. It just,
Roth something clever.
Yeah, it was Roths. Just say Roths.
Oh, let's go to Roth's. Safety. And I'll see
That's a
without it.
solid name. Roth.
Yeah,
See, I can find the name of
Honestly,
NPCs
yeah.
quickly. You guys can.
seems reasonable. This guy needs to go on the
The wiki.
document.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, what do you feel like doing? Actually,
I
let's
guess
have
we're
a
going to
break.
Roth's.
Let's have a 15-minute break.
Alright.
Because I
Okay.
firstly really need to pee, and then it's 9 o'clock. So,
Same.
all right. So see you in 15 minutes. I'll be back in a bit. Okay.
See you in 15
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're back. Woo!
Yeah.
Welcome back. Hope you had a fun 15 minutes. It was exhilarating.
I did some washing up.
I
I don't think I'll come.
I read my
Fun.
slam poetry to you all. That was fun. Yeah. No, I didn't. So, okay,
don't.
so you are currently at the bottom of this weird sort of cavey mine shaft thing. What would you like to do with this cadaver collector sprawled out on the floor beneath you?
Can I? Can Gideon kind of like walk? Is there anything that like looks like it could have been one of somebody's belongings who like were here, like even a vial or something?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, I think you know what's coming.
You?
Ooh.
Looking around, it seems to be pretty well kept. Whether it was this creature or whether it was something else, seems that after a fight, everything gets cleared up and another skull gets added to the pile. Oh, not the pile, but like the outside wall, like the perimeter of the outside wall.
Hey
Well,
Gideon, I have some vials of lift. Do you think that would work?
Maybe it depends if the guy. I mean, the guy would have touched the potion or the girl or the thing or whatever created this stuff.
Mm.
But maybe we can get an idea of who we're dealing with. If there's some kind of personal affect if he's lying
Yeah.
around.
Okay, good idea. Also, just a quick question. That it was just a tin can, right?
It seemed like it. It was a sort of tin can shaped bit of metal, with some sort of contraption on the inside which releases gas. It was the same kind of gas that came from the cadaver collector. So perhaps whoever set the trap took it from that.
Yeah, you could try this maybe, Gideon.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Okay. I use
Would
legend
it be
lore on
better
it.
to go up to the surface to do this?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I use legend lore on it? Please?
Down here.
I mean, what?
I think we should go up. The less time we spend down here is probably the better.
Well, what if somebody's waiting for us up the top and we get whisked away somewhere or something?
I know we seem to have cleared the danger.
I mean, if they're up there and we're spending so much time down here, I'm pretty sure they're going to come down here and we'll be trapped.
By the way, I did have a little look at the legend lore writing because last week I didn't look at it clearly enough. It is if it is not of legendary importance, you gain no information.
Oh, okay.
So just
I apologize. then.
yeah, no, it's fine. Just the stuff last week still holds, but this casting legend lore on
Beginner's
this, yeah, casting legend lore on this. Oh, maybe those are that piece of gold was a legendary item.
Okay, I apologize. Sorry,
It's okay,
I should have read
that's
that
fine.
better. That's my fault.
No, that's right. Yeah, so like you.
Okay, I won't
yeah,
do that then.
No,
There's no
yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's fine.
What about the lift potion? Is
I
that
mean,
legendary importance?
I mean,
I think I would define something of legendary importance to be either something like a magical item or something that there's only like one of, like because it has some meaning to how
Like
the world,
Avenger.
yeah, how the world is. Yeah, exactly.
actually, that would be a good idea. We should try it just for the lols at some point. Not right now because I need to give Mike prior warning if I'm going to use it.
Oh, I know the story of Avenger.
In that case, no, we can do that later. That's fine.
Yeah, let's go back
I
up.
apologize then. Yeah, that's fine.
That's when it threatens to kill everyone in the room.
Okay, so
Is there anything we can see, like, in the mines? Are they mining tunnels, or is it just a mine shaft?
seems like this was built as some kind of mine shaft. You don't see any tunnels that lead to any mines down here. Maybe at some point they were closed off.
Oh, okay. Right, let's just go back up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up to the top.
You all
I go up next to the flank.
You all
carpet.
slowly make your way up to the top, and as you get to the top, you begin to hear some form of movement from outside the building. You hear a couple of people walking around and talking, and you then hear more and more people start to gather outside.
Are we going back out through the window?
Gideon, why don't you just teleport us somewhere?
You want me to use teleportation circle right now?
It would get us out. Do you know the teleportation circle for Borrathan?
No, I don't.
Probably not worth it then.
Can we see the entrance through which we came in? Like, see out?
Not from here, no. You have to go back through the kitchen.
All right. Here's the deal, guys. All right. If it looks like we can't get out the back, I'll do a teleportation circle in the kitchen.
To where? To where?
I don't know. Port Dalara's probably a bad idea.
Very bad idea. Also, we would
I
need to
think,
give
I
warning to the
think
king,
we
I'd
should
imagine.
just head out.
Yeah.
Fandir, Orestas, VL. You know, I hear the weather's nice there at this time of year.
We have business here.
We do
Yeah,
have.
we could... Oh no, we can't come back because we don't have the circle.
I mean, I don't know how long the king's planning on staying here either.
3
because we do
days.
have business there as well.
I
Oh.
think it was 2
Alright,
days. wasn't it?
Oh, 2 days. Sorry, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
All right, should we have a look see if we can get out the window?
Mm.
Alright. I'll take point.
All right, but can we go into the kitchen again?
Okay, yeah, you go into the kitchen.
Sorry, have we looked in every place in the house?
No, you've only come through from the kitchen to the warehouse at the moment. There's a staircase that goes up to the top of the house.
Guys, I want to carry on looking.
Well, you can do that.
You can-
I'm getting out.
You can leave it. What time of day is it?
It is currently midday-ish.
Okay. I'm gonna go and have a look upstairs just in case I can find anything.
Okay.
You guys, wait down here.
Okay.
Can I try and eavesdrop on what people are saying, at least?
From where?
Um,
The workshop is like the
Just-
front of the building, so near the actual main street where you hear most of the commotion going on. But then the kitchen
Yeah.
is actually around the back of the house, which goes down some street alleys. But as you go into the kitchen, you see a couple of Borrathan town guard just standing there, and they sort of like lower their spears and they say, "Stand down, trespassers."
I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I put my hands up and I say,
Yeah.
look, we were investigating something covertly for information for King Wolfram.
Is that right? Well, you better come out and speak to Lord Blackfire. He's waiting outside.
Okay. Great.
Is this before or after I went upstairs?
This is as you're going upstairs. You do hear this. You do hear this conversation happening.
Okay. I'm just gonna continue going upstairs if they haven't seen me.
Okay, make a stealth
I
check.
just kind of awkwardly make my way outside.
Yeah. One of the people says, "Tell your wizard to uncloak himself and stand down."
What? How do they know?
Because you walked around the corner into the kitchen. You walked
Gideon.
around to the corner into the kitchen. You saw guards who saw you, and then you turned invisible.
I thought there was like a thing
did
over the window.
cover up
still.
the
No, they're
floor.
inside the kitchen.
Oh, they came
Yeah,
inside.
they've climbed inside and they're stood in the kitchen.
Oh,
they
okay,
like
fair enough.
followed how.
Oh, I
the
didn't
way
know
you
that. I
came in.
thought they were like outside. I only went invisible because I thought they
Oh,
didn't
okay.
see me.
Fine. No. You from my perspective, they were stood in the kitchen. You walked around the corner, saw them, and then immediately just went invisible. Like, oh.
No. That's fair. That's funny. That's
Alright.
not what I thought was happening.
Okay, no. There's two guards inside the kitchen,
Okay.
who like lower their spears at you as you walk around the corner, and then tell you to stand down.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just stand there.
Okay, so the two guards lead you back into the main part of the workshop. So who is anyone hiding? I know Morna's gone upstairs, so they don't know about Morna. But one of them says to you, Gothric, he says, "How many people are in the building?"
How many of the people are with me like right now?
currently
like,
there's
who followed me?
Currently, there's 5 of you.
No, I mean like from the party. Yeah, from
Oh,
the party.
yeah. There's currently 5 people, I guess, in the workshop, and then Morna's upstairs.
It's just us.
All right, make a deception check.
Great, I'm wonderful at those. +0. Oh.
The guard says, "It won't do you any good to lie to us and to Lord Blackfire."
There's one of us upstairs.
Thank you for your cooperation. And one of the guards goes to the staircase and says, "You upstairs, you better make yourself present before you're named an enemy of the crown."
Ooh, I sulk back downstairs.
Okay, so they
I kind of just mouth sorry.
one of the guards like begins to pry like the front door open, like as the sort of boards covering it, and then opens up the front door where you see maybe a squad, like maybe 25 troops, Lord Blackfire on his mount, and Basil behind him, also on his horse. And Basil sort of immediately goes, "So another day in Borrathan, another day snooping around, is it?"
I waved him. Hi, Basil.
Hello, Lord Blackfire says, "I know that you have been introduced with Basil before. He's told me a lot about you, and he like and he says." There seems to be some new faces from what Basil has told me. I was told about a group of adventurers as part of Wolfen's army snooping around the canal district, asking about a certain Wilhelm Crandy. Is that right? I think that's right.
Crandy, yeah.
Wilhelm Crandy. Perhaps you may enlighten me more about your line of questioning here. Perhaps you should come with me to my palace, and we'll talk about it there.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to make a fuss, would you, with the king outside the walls of Borrathan? Would you during a moment of war?
No.
Very well. Come with us then.
I think the king might want to be present for this conversation.
The king.
Oh, yes.
The king has no jurisdiction within the walls of Borrathan. I am the ruler here. I only give my permission to the king to be here.
I don't think he'd be very happy if he heard you say that. Right?
He's like, he just chuckles, basically. Make a persuasion check, Morna.
Okay.
Probably not going to believe you, but depends. Yeah, like you needed like higher than that.
Yeah. You know, I rolled a 19.
He just sort of chuckles and he says, I have heard about you snooping around here before. I thought that was all in the past, you see. But again, I guess once the cat is out of the box, it cannot help but snoop around.
Now, bitch.
Are you actually saying that?
No.
Nice.
No, I was seriously thinking about it, but no, I stopped myself halfway.
Okay, so the soldiers and Lord Blackfire lead you into the main part of Borrathan. You've been here. You've been here once before. The other side of this was where Merith's house was. Very nice walled complexes of large manor houses. People tending nice gardens. Like a very well swept cobblestone path leads up to the main part of the palace, which is in the center of this mound. And Lord Blackfire leads you to what is not a massively nice area, because you see above where these spires were, there is actually half a spire now after that explosion which rocked the center of Borrathan, and most of his holdings have been moved to this like secondary accommodation. He says, and of course, I'm sure you heard about the terrorist attack on our palace. It was actually about the same time you were here, is that right?
No.
That was shortly after we left.
Was it?
It's after we left.
Ah, I see. Basil wasn't exactly clear when he told me all the details. But, of course, hearing you returning to my city, of course I had to take an interest. He like smiles. As for Lord Blackfire, he looks like a middle. Yeah, okay. He looks like an older middle-aged version of Basil. Like he's got this like bright sort of blonde hair, which now has streaks of grey in it, and it's sort of parted in the middle, quite high, with this like cowlick that sort of is like slicked back with some sort of weird oil. He sits very upright and very proper as he's riding the horse. He doesn't slouch like some people might after a long day's riding. He sits upright and has perfect control over his steed, basically. Like he's had a lot of time training. And the sword on his hip is this very large longsword, which is has just gems sort of studded and embedded within the hilt, which sort of glints off the midday sun. Leads you into here, and he says, I will show you to your accommodations, and provided they are nice enough for you, then we might have a conversation tomorrow. I am very tired after all the festivities of meeting the king. So I would ask that you do not leave. I'm sure that you probably understand that this would cause a bit of a commotion if you were to.
What kind of commotion?
Well, the commotion that perhaps the king would not be so happy in hearing that you have trespassed in my city. So, please do not leave. I will know if you do. Okay, goodbye. And he turns around, and Basil sort of like clops up to you afterwards, and he says, I did say I would get that revenge. And then goes off and goes off.
Dickhead.
I wait until I can like maybe tell that there is there a way to tell that there's like people just a safe distance away?
Currently, you're with a few guards who are leading you to this accommodation. But they lead you down this quite narrow corridor off the main part of the palace, and it opens up into what seems like a sort of common room with a couple of sofas and a fireplace at the far end, and then there's 8 doors around the room which open up into their own separate rooms. The bars there are actually not bars. The windows there are actually barred. So it is a prison, but it's a very nice, very upper class prison, which is actually way more comfortable than basically anywhere you've ever slept.
Oh, is it like where they should have been holding Mayo?
Yes, yes. It's a accommodation for high, rich hostages.
Does it appear to be lead lined or anything of the sort?
Make a perception check. You have no idea. The walls are brick. You don't know where within the walls there is any lead or not. But the 2 guards open up like a sort of airlock type set of metal doors, which leads you into it, and says, "Food will be at 7. We're having venison tonight."
Oh, that's lovely. Thanks.
Other than that, the toilet is in the corner, and points over to like a bucket, basically. Have fun. And he closes the doors, locks the doors, and goes out.
Can I like see him like walk away? Like
Yeah, like
through
they're going through the doors. There's you do have a sense of privacy here. You're not you can't be sure because you don't know if there's any things in the walls that might be listening to you or anything like that. But there is no one who would immediately be within earshot of you.
Well, this is completely fine.
Okay, so Sanctum?
Yeah,
good idea.
yeah, we can do. And I use my spot. As I do, I ask it. Didn't they have a breakfast club here?
I don't think this is the kind of place to have a breakfast club.
They might have some of those oranges.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Oh my
Ask.
god.
No,
I mean,
It's an export of the
I'm
Dancing
pretty
Coast, so probably not.
Oh.
my breakfast club joke died.
Oh.
I don't know the reference.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No.
Oh, okay, don't worry. Okay, yeah, I'll do the Sanctum this one.
Okay, so that's 10 minutes.
What does the Sanctum do again?
It means that
Basically
people
means-
can't like scry on you or listen through it if they can't. You know, basically, it gives
No.
you some privacy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you do that. That's 10 minutes. Is anyone else doing anything in those 10 minutes?
Looking out the window.
Okay. So from your window, you're maybe 8 stories up. And then the mound overlooks the whole of Borrathan. You're only seeing you can see the graveyard from here, that graveyard where you fought those bandits before, and a few trees, a nice little nature part. The bars are quite thick, rolled steel, so might be quite difficult to bend, but might be possible if you wanted to in the future. But as far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be an immediate easy way out of here. All right, so is that anyone else doing anything during these 2 minutes?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so the private sanctum comes up. the sort of grey film walls of the sanctum, showing that you can sort of have a bit of privacy here. Is there anything you wanted to say during this time?
So,
Those two are gigantic assholes. I'm just saying.
and also, I think that the king will be fine with the fact that we trespass, considering why, especially if we've got Roxon to back us up, because he loves Roxon.
Yeah, he does like me.
I mean, we
Should
could
I
always try and-
also maybe wave around my position as war chief to try and get an ear for the king?
maybe. Oh, I mean, you could become a hostage then for him. I do have another way. We could possibly blackmail him.
How?
I mean, we don't actually have any evidence, so this is probably going to be quite hard. But remember, we got letters that said he did an order for like 2,000 of these robots to Wilhelm Crandy.
Do you still have that letter?
I don't think so. I think we left it in the Oak Bull.
Oh. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. We could just say to the king, because he's the one that we like. That that they arrested us. I could probably get out.
Do we want to?
Yeah, but no one would see me.
It would probably
So-
cause trouble for the rest of us if you left
Yeah.
on your own.
You remember what
And
happened last
might
time?
cause
Someone
trouble
escaped
for
and
all
people
of
were
us
left
if we
behind.
I was thinking that.
In this city, in particular.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking I could get out, get a message to the king, and then come back.
I mean,
Now you see, that's the exact
Gideon
plan that you
can-
had last time as well.
Gideon can also just send a message to the king.
Yeah, that's a better idea. You should do that, Gideon.
Well, I'll give it a go, but I honestly don't. I'd be really surprised if Lord Blackfire allowed this place just to let us do magic within it. Like, that would be pretty dumb.
I mean, we're able to do this, aren't we?
Yeah,
and
but
I
it's
think
more
this is
magic,
more.
magic out of the walls.
Yeah,
This
between
seems
the
to be
walls.
more of a political prisoner type thing than it is a high security.
Well, all I'm saying is I would be really surprised if we could do this, because we could just
Why don't
teleport
you
out.
just give it a go?
I will. All right. I'm gonna.
Okay, should we
Think
think of what
of
to
the-
say first?
Help! Help! Help!
What should we tell him?
Well,
Say,
I mean,
I mean, Roxon, you know him best.
Roxon is stuck in King Tower. Bit of a dick. Come help, please.
Is this Roxon being a bit of a dick, or is this the Lord being a bit of a
Now-
dick?
I'll know what it means.
Do we tell him? Do we tell him about the
Yes.
gear thing army?
we should say we were something about the fact we were investigating a clockwork army that we'd heard
Maybe
about.
mention the Clockwork Army.
That we'd heard about.
all right. You're saying a lot of
Oh,
things here.
oh.
20 words, please.
Yeah, right. We're investigating clockwork army possibility.
Roxon is
Words.
stuck.
Roxon's stuck.
Maybe Lord
Send
Black,
help, please.
maybe Lord Blackfire secret. Lord Blackfire secret
Enemy?
clockwork army.
Is clockwork 2 words or 1 word?
It's one-
I'd say one.
yeah. It should be syllables, right?
All right. I'm gonna.
Because
give
you're
this a go.
anti-disestablishmentarianism,
Let's
fluctuating
wait.
amplification.
Let's make sure we've got it first before you start.
Well, let me say. Okay, right. So, investigating Lord Blackfire, fire, Clockwork Army, dangerous. Now stuck in tower. Roxon stuck. Need help. Tickets.
Well, say that we're what tower we're stuck in.
Palace
idea.
Tower. We're in the Palace Tower.
Yeah.
If you
good.
say dickheads at the end, he'll know I'm here.
Are you sure? I mean, this.
I
This is
totally
the king I'm
ship this.
talking
This
to
is
right
great.
now. I don't.
Well, no, he'll know you're not calling him a dickhead.
I don't know that, to be honest, Roxanne. Can you give me
Just goes
absolute?
down the door. Like, who the fuck are you calling
Didn't
it?
the king refer to these two as dickheads just earlier today?
Exactly. So he'll know it's us.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just 1 second. I just want to read something. Because I'm not sure I can send a message out from within the private sanctum, right? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
well, we could do it after we finish talking if you want.
Well, yeah, but my only concern is they might scry on what we're saying when I poke my head outside of the wall of the thing to say.
I don't think you'd be able to send it out, would you?
I don't. I think. Yeah, I think you can't
Just-
send things out and receive things.
All right. Well,
I don't think so.
mean,
So
the-
creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination spells, and sensors created by divination spells can't appear in the area
Huh.
or pass through the barrier at the perimeter.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think you can probably just send a message if you.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Sending.
Okay. I mutter the incantation to begin the sending spell. I close my eyes, think of King Wolfram,
Mm.
and
First time.
yeah, and say the words.
What are you saying?
Oh, okay. My roll 20 has been really laggy.
Is this what he's saying to King Wolfram, or?
No, it's okay. Like the spell isn't on at the moment until you're ready to say.
Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay. I don't want to speak without. Okay.
I just
Forgot what I wanted to
Because I know what
say.
you were like.
I just comically rolled my eyes just then, like.
He just hears, wait, what do I say? Wait, I'm trying to think.
Well, because like knowing Mike, you would have counted those as words as soon as I said that.
So it's like went to investigate
Yes, that was
possibility
How about
of Clockwork Army.
that? Yep. Okay. Alright,
Got caught.
Lord Blackfire's secret clockwork army.
Yeah,
All right.
that's very important. And then now got caught, imprisoned in castle or something like that.
Okay. Right. I'm ready. Okay. Right. Don't know what happened there. Okay. So he closes his eyes, get ready to cast spell, and the next words count. Investigating Blackfire secret clockwork army. Trapped in Blackfire Palace. Roxxon trapped. He called them dickheads.
Is that what you're saying?
Perfect.
Okay. A few moments pass, and you hear a voice inside your head saying, "You fools! I did not want you to do anything whilst you're in Borrathan." And he's like just groaning. He's like, "We are reliant on Borrathan for resources and supplies." He's like, "I don't know what I can do," and then it goes.
Well, this is great. But the good news is, I don't think this room's still lined.
Oh, so he could just leave.
I think we
say?
can just teleport out, to be honest.
Yeah, let's just teleport out.
That's a terrible idea.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's fine. don't
Well,
worry.
really bad
What's he gonna
idea.
say? He's gonna label like Blackfire will label us as terrible people, and then what? And then what?
Or he might kill us because we know that he's got a secret Clockwork Army.
Well, we don't. He doesn't know we know. He knows. He
Oh,
just went into a very
of course.
specific workshop.
Of
They're
course.
probably investigating the building right now that we were just in to make sure that we didn't find the great big clockwork monster in,
Well,
which we totally
don't-
did find, and then murder.
I don't think that the king is going to allow his crack team that by the sounds of it, pretty pivotal in this assault on Port Dalron to be held up here in this tower.
Yeah, also, would we even be called a crack team after what we've just done? I don't think we've got
I
that
think we're more of
anymore.
a crap team.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, to be fair, if we were allowed to just kill the guards that came after us, then it probably wouldn't have been much of a problem.
I'm pretty sure that would be a massive problem.
I mean, it'd be a
Considering
problem.
considering I'm the war chief of an army that's supposed to be allies here, me killing them would have been a declaration of war.
Well,
right?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if in Port Dalron, wouldn't be a problem. Here,
no, import Elrond.
we can't kill the people here. The only reason that we were captured is because we allowed ourselves to be captured.
We
Whereas-
allowed ourselves to be captured.
Oh, we could have run away. I mean, I could have run away. Some of us could have run away. But we don't. I don't do that anymore after what happened last time.
What happened last time?
Well, it was actually in this very town, not that far away. We could probably see the building it happened in from the window.
You're painting a beautiful
We
picture.
all ran away. Gideon and Vondel got captured. and we couldn't rescue them because there were too many, and they killed Bondle.
I don't know why you're
Right.
laughing about it.
I vote
Not
for.
laughing.
I vote for you not leaving. That would be a terrible idea. I would not like to die.
I mean, it wasn't
No.
the king that killed, or the king's men that killed Fondle. It was the Black
I
Hand.
mean,
I
I'm
know.
pretty
Well,
sure,
I'm-
like, they're not above shady tactics if they want to create a secret clockwork army that even the king doesn't know about.
Okay.
Yeah. I think maybe what we should do is formulate like an alibi. Not an alibi. We should work together so we all have our story straight when they ask us about it tomorrow, right? So maybe we say we had heard about this rumor last time we came about a clockwork army. No, not clockwork. About a clockwork monster.
How about
No,
we
no,
just say we heard rumours that there was treasure in there, and we
But-
just wanted
Yes,
to make
that
some
totally
money.
excuses our trespassing.
I think that's a lie. I think that's too much of a lie.
That's a
Didn't-
bad.
Didn't we previously go there under the guise of a missing workshop owner? Which was unsolved last
Well,
time we.
that's
It
Yes.
was unsolved last time we came here, and it's been eating away at us ever since.
Mm.
Oh, I like
We
that.
came back for one last job.
And it's true as well. So it wouldn't be a lie.
Perhaps that's not a bad idea.
Yes, that's good. And who did we learn it from? It was someone slightly outside of Borrathan. I can't remember where. In a school or something, was it?
I have no.
No,
idea.
you learnt about what's his name?
Wilhelm Chandy.
No.
Professor
Professor Metherick. from the
That's
school.
it.
You learnt about Wilhelm Crandy from his son, who was an orphan, sort of like living on the streets, who tried to steal from you, and then you sort of discovered about all this clockwork stuff when you actually went there in the first place, when you went to the thing.
Okay, well, we'll stick to the. That's a good one, actually. Yeah, we were investigating something that a little boy told us on the streets about a missing person last time, and we just happened to find this.
Out of charity, because we're such good people.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
sounds a little suspicious, to be honest.
To be fair, that was legitimately what we were doing.
That is true. Can I just point out that
We were a lot better people back then.
that what we were actually doing was investigating the procurement of about 2,000 clockwork machines, right?
Wait a second. Did they check our bags as well?
I don't think
Not
so.
currently. They haven't actually checked your items yet and bags.
Okay, because I found a lift in there and they're still in my backpack. That could be evidence.
Can you throw it out the window?
Just lands on
I'm
some
risking
fucking
someone.
person.
What,
Just
so it
lands on
smashes-
someone.
Smashes
Yeah.
on the floor and some birds eat it.
Well, that's
Can I-
fine.
Distraction.
What?
Who cares?
That'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah, and then we end up mutating a bird and it wipes out half the town because
Well, that's
I don't know
great.
what
That's great
mutations
news
do
for
to
us.
the town.
I
Just,
don't think a bed or
just
something.
yeet it at Lord Blackfire and be like, "Oh my god, a demon has taken over Lord Blackfire."
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Eat it. How old are you, Richard?
Richard
Sorry,
Zuma.
Jen.
It's like, oh look, the
No, no.
holy water touched Lord Blackfire and he turned into a demon.
No.
I assume
sounds-
Brayleaf is just face palming
this
right
doesn't
now.
sound feasible, right?
I think you should just try and hide it somewhere in the room, in the building.
Is there like a jug full of like wine or something that's like empty, and we just put it in there and leave
No,
it?
you can't empty it in case someone drinks from
Or
it.
if they
Well, that's
reuse
fine.
it.
You
We could
could,
offer
you know,
Blackfire a drink.
No,
you
that's
could,
too obvious.
you could, hide
What?
it.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, the prison pocket. You are in prison.
Seeing
every
as you
pocket
mentioned,
is a prison pocket right now.
seeing as you mentioned it, maybe you should volunteer for this.
What about the
No,
dagger?
no.
I mean, you
it's
are the
your-
biggest.
It's your problem.
what if it smashed?
Oh god.
Oh god.
He's the biggest,
What,
but he's the
you
tightest
know-
too.
Guys, I actually have the simple solution here. Just put it in the back of
This-
holding.
You know, if they have lift,
What if
does
they
that-
check the bag of holding?
If
Put
they
it really
have
deep.
lift, does that not kind of imply that they may be in league with the Commonwealth?
That's what I was thinking.
Given
Maybe we
the
should
link
message
between-
Blackfire again to say
them
that they've got
Or-
a lift.
Marith the Cure might have been using the abandoned
What?
workshop.
Backfire.
Well, we have evidence that Wilhelm Grandy and Blackfire were in league with one another. I don't know if that means Blackfire was aware of everything that was going on at the workshop.
I mean, but
Ooh. What if we fake a message to the king, but instead send it to Lord Blackfire, and in that message say something like, "Oh, hey, we went to just like investigate this missing orphan's dad, and we got arrested. Guess we stuck our nose in a bit too far on that. Can you come help us out?"
Scrimshaw, you're a genius.
That's not how magic works. You can't accidentally send a fucking spell to
Yeah,
someone.
we could use an
Does he know that? Does he
We
know
could-
that?
We
I
could put an
mean-
actual note out the window, or we could ask, like, knock on the door and ask some of the guards to send this to the king, and they'll probably read
It's
it.
probably Oh my god. Yeah, do you honestly think Blackfire thinks that we're that stupid?
Yeah,
I mean, I think
he does.
I think he's a lot of pomp and not much, stuff.
Not much stuff.
You still need to be intelligent to rule over some place like
No, you
Borrathan,
don't. Your
right?
dad just has to.
That's highly debatable.
I mean, it looks like he's been here for quite a while. That means he's obviously used to running this place, meaning he's probably well used to politics and other intelligent things. I don't know what things are intelligent things, but I imagine politics is an intelligent thing.
Last time we were here, we came across an orphan who said his dad was missing, and we went to. Wait, how old was this child? Was it a child? I can't remember.
I believe so.
It was a child. Child. He said his dad was missing, and we went to investigate because we didn't get a chance to do it last time.
Well, then he asks, why did you have to leave then? Right?
Oh, why did we leave?
Well, we went to Port Dalron, but like we had no reason to do it in earnest, particularly, did we?
Well, it was because they were gonna explode the spire.
Well, yeah, but we
Well,
didn't.
that's not our story.
No, it's not our story. Well, why did we leave?
Because you were on the run from the Black Hand.
Yeah.
true.
And you no longer had the
Yeah.
oak ball for protection.
And,
I don't feel like saying that. To be
But
honest.
I think Lord Blackfire may be, not strictly enemies with the Black Hand.
You were threatened by the Black Hand that if you delve deeper into this, then you would lose your loved ones, and then you left, and then you came back for one last job.
Could simply say that we were tired of being threatened by thugs in the street. It's not untrue.
No, that's true. Okay.
So you came back for one last job.
Okay, I mean that seems reasonable.
Okay, yeah, I think this is a good plan. I kind of want to get some sleep now.
I mean, I would also like some sleep. I am still
I am-
extremely weak from the spectres.
I am very, very injured.
I could do with getting an hour in.
Good
Alright.
for you.
Okay, can we try to sleep, please?
Probably not quite yet for a long rest. Because
Oh wait, what
it's-
time is it?
It's only like 2 p.m.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, what?
It feels like a long day, but all you've done today was go into Borrathan, go down into the mine shaft, and then get caught. So
Can we take a short rest
you
then?
can take a short rest. Yeah, yeah.
No, does that get rid of the spectre monster thing? Or is that only a long
I think
rest?
it's a long rest for that. Let me just check. Ba, 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 ba. Until the
that's
creature
when you
finishes a
say, like-
long rest. Yeah, until the creature finishes. a long rest.
Oh, great. I'm not going to bother with any of my hit dice then.
I'll just not bother. Actually, no, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do 2, I think.
I'll do 3. That'll do.
Great.
Oh no!
Nice.
Okay.
Oh.
Is
Does,
everyone done all the stuff?
Right,
Yes.
So, I guess we've got time to kill. Cards, anyone?
Yes.
Anyone got any dice?
Well,
We can play cards.
as you guys finish your long rest, short rest, sorry. There is a knocking on the steel doors, and a couple of guards come in, followed by a captain. They close the door behind them as a couple of guards across the other side close the door and lock it. These guards just stand by the door as the captain walks a bit closer, hand on his scabbard, just relaxed, and he sort of looks at you all and he says, "Hello, my name is Captain Alden. Now, this might not be such a great turn of events for you. I'm sure you're probably quite worried about why you have been detained in the custody of Lord Blackfire.
Yeah.
Well, there seems to be quite a considerable amount of evidence to suggest that you have been conspiring with factions to overthrow the leadership of Lord Blackfire for quite a while now.
What?
Hang on, I wasn't involved in that.
Well, Lord Blackfire's spy master has considerable records of you interacting with a group called the Strangers, and being in contact with a member of a heretical order called Father Bound. Does that sound familiar to any of you?
I would just like to point out I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
Very well. You are neither of you are named in this, but because you have evidence to give as part of this crew, you are to stay here until you are asked for your evidence.
Question. If we were potentially found guilty, what would happen?
Well, the punishment for treason
Yeah, okay.
is
That's fine.
the death penalty. So, the best thing you can do is be completely forthright with Lord Blackfire and myself as the leader of this investigation, and tell us everything that he might possibly want to know about the information you may have.
Do I not possess diplomatic immunity?
And you are?
I am Gothric, the war chief of the Orcish tribes of the Grey Mountains. And considerable ally to, I assume, both Blackfire and King Wolfram now, considering as...
And I'm King Wolfran's right-hand man.
Well, it is unfortunate then that you are also caught trespassing with known accomplices of treason.
I will have you know, this was not known to me.
Well,
I was...
of course, the investigation will, if you are telling the truth, the investigation will follow that. We'll find that out. As for the rest of you, and turns to Scrimshaw, Morna, and Gideon, I have it under considerable understanding that I am to discover the truth in these matters in any way I can. So, first thing we'll be doing is confiscating your items.
Okay.
So the two guards begin walking up and asking for your things.
Oh, I give them away.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I don't really want to give them to them.
Okay, well, what do you want to do?
Just give me a sec. I...
Put it in your bum. Put it in your bum.
Is it all of my items?
They will be taking everything except for the clothes you're currently wearing.
What about my cloak?
Anything that isn't just basic clothing, they will take.
Okay, I guess I'll give them my stuff.
Okay, as for the rest of you? Is anyone going to resist?
Wait, are they taking my stuff?
They are taking everyone's stuff who is here.
You're not having the axe.
I think that actually that you do not have much to say in this matter. If you are innocent as you claim, you will get the stuff back very quickly. Lord Blackfire is an honourable man. He will not double-cross you.
Oh, I want it well looked after.
It will be kept very safe. Now, please do not keep me very long. I have things to attend to. So this is just, let's say, a security deposit. That if you are completely forthright with us, you will get your stuff back. How does that sound?
Sure.
Very well. And the soldiers start taking stuff away from you. Is there anything that anyone is actively trying to hide right now? I know, Scrimshaw, you have Avenger in your pocket dimension.
I will put
Yeah,
my axe
so-
in my bottom.
Could I have? Should I have tried to hide the lift?
You won't quite be able to do that right now because it is in your bag, and you have to
Alright.
get out your bag and start going through your bag.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Yeah, no,
So-
this could be quite difficult.
Just one
I'd
sec.
like to hand kind of everything else over.
Mhm.
Obviously not Avenger,
Yeah,
but for the carpet of flying,
this is all your armor
I'd
as
like-
well. If anyone's wearing armor.
I can't really take mine off.
Okay, that's fine.
But for the carpet of flying, I'd like to kind of just like, after I've handed everything else out, just like, all right, I'm gonna go for a nap. Take the carpet of flying out, lay down, and just throw it over myself.
They like look down at you and they say, "That as well."
He's
I'm
napping.
gonna, just gonna say, lift, go on, and send it over to them.
Okay. They like their eyes widen as they see the carpet go towards them. They grab it, they roll it up, and put it in the bag of holding they procure from Gideon. So yeah, is anyone like resisting or attempting to hide anything? Just otherwise,
No.
everything's being taken from you, including your spellbook, Gideon, as well.
Gee, it's a good thing I don't have Rathavan anymore. Jesus, that would have gone terribly.
Okay, so in that case, we'll end there. As all your stuff is taken, you are in prison, and Lord Blackfire has finally caught up with you. Okay, I did warn you last session about going to Borrathan.
Did you? Oh no.
Yeah, I did. Okay, well,
Kind of hoped we'd
thanks
have
for
a
coming,
bit more
guys.
diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.